Start the stream. Begun. Yay. It's later than I usually stream. I have to I'll close the window later. No, it's cold enough now. There, window's closed. Now we wait. We wait for all of the people. Hey, Coda's made it. Hello. Hello. Hi. Hi. You say you were first, but you don't have the comment to prove it. I made a review on The Art of Murder. You'll have to see it. Hello. Hi to everybody! I am it. Hoppers is an interesting film. We'll wait for people to get in before you start talking about stuff. Never seen Final Space. What happened to the Disney Timeline vid? It was hit by copyright pretty hard. So I'm hoping it gets up soon because Disney is usually quick about this kind of stuff, but it's been 2 days so far. Today is surprisingly warm. It's like we went straight from the heart of winter to middle of summer. Do you have a favorite D&D class? The Bard. Yes, the Bard. What's poppin'? I don't know. We're gonna have some fun. So part of this stream is to help me make up a little bit because the video got blocked. I'm gonna be completely blatant and completely open about that. We're gonna do some fun stuff while the month comes to an end because I need to make up. For some inconvenience. We reacting to something today? Probably. I got a few things to react to. Yeah. Yeah, and it's weird because like I got dinged for every single film that I used in the video separately. And they all got past the computer blocking. It got past the computer blocking, but like every single film that I used was just randomly dinged. Even things that were on screen for like 2 seconds. Like I used like one small clip of Milan 2, and that got dinged along with everything else. It was crazy. Like, I didn't like edit looser or anything. It was pretty tight on the way through. Thoughts on the movie Happy Feet? They'll give a Broadway musical to anything, won't they? Depends on the video how much revenue it gets. So I don't know if YouTube's got like a new AI kind of dealy or something. I have no idea. Doing an April Fool's video. Towards the end, this timeline thing actually became quite April Fool's coded. So I just threw in a couple of references to April Fool's, and I guess that was kind of the idea. Gonna watch tomorrow. Yeah, I just got back from Hoppers, though. I still got the big box of popcorn, which is gonna last me for a while. Are there movies that could get you copyrighted even if you don't use clips? Generally not. How is Hoppers? Hoppers was weird. It's the weirdest of all of the Pixar films. What kind of regular movie theater popcorn? What time is it? Like, as soon as it's like in the middle of the day and the copyright is released, you will be seeing it. Don't worry. Don't worry. Like, I put in a lot of time and effort into that. I had some people who helped with a lot of the research. It was a surprisingly big video, and I'm kind of really bummed that it got copyright dinged. I got to popcorn. thought of redoing the 20... people would suggest that. I think that one's fine. I might be redoing the worst, or not the worst, the most disturbing episodes, because guess what? That one just got dinged 15 minutes ago. I'm probably gonna have to ask around, see if other people are getting, like, dinged more than usual. Because they seem to be getting hit quite a bit. And it's all for, like, really old videos, too, or stuff I can edit around. Not disgusting, disturbing. You know, the most popular video on my channel, I made it back in 2014. Bought me a computer. The Life with Feathers short. Hello, Phineas! Do you have any plans to see the Super Mario Galaxy movie? Yeah, in a few weeks. Some of my comments aren't showing up. That's YouTube being automatic about it, I guess. I hope the Stardew Valley music doesn't get me dinged. I hope this image of Mrs. Puff doesn't get me dinged. I would not be surprised. I haven't seen Elio, and I don't like Onward, so I believe Hoppers is better than Onward, yes. Yeah, it was number 2. I don't know if I'm gonna fight it because it makes me like $3 a month these days. Yeah. This image of Mrs. Puff is a classic. Last time I used the gelatinous cube and nobody knew what the gelatinous cube was. Ugh. Which is better, DVD or VHS? DVD. You guys have never experienced the pain of needing to rewind all of your tapes. Maybe at some point. This isn't going to be a just chatting one, though. I do have something that we can react to in a bit, but we'll start chill. You know, it's becoming a bit of a staple. Making fun of a guy I like to make fun of. Oh boy, when I eventually review that one, it's going to be interesting. How much do you think I should trust the critics? Like, I looked at the list of, like, some of the reviewers, like, some of the critics that were reviewing the Mario Galaxy. Correct me if I'm wrong, but did the Times give the Mario Galaxy movie a 0 out of 10? Like, I remember seeing that on Twitter a while ago today. Is that a mistake? Is somebody just pranking me, or did they really rate the Mario Galaxy movie a 0 out of 10? Because that would be crazy. That was Pixel Pinky. That was a long time ago. Sometimes, like, professional critics get preview screenings. Oh, okay, so somebody is pranking me. What is the most 5 out of 10 animated movie that you've seen? Melody Time. If I like a movie more than Melody Time, it's a good movie. If I like a movie less than Melody Time, it's a bad movie. You should play around with the AI thing on stream. I can't really have 2 separate web windows open at the same time. The reason that the comments are showing up in the feed is because thank you for the donation. I'd love to hear you on Tony Goldmark's Escape from the Disney Vault. I've never even heard of that. You should review. I've never heard of that. You guys know how would you rank all of the 50s Disney movies? I don't remember which ones specifically are 50s. I know there's Sword in the Stone, Alice in Wonderland, and Sleeping Beauty. I don't know if there. I don't know what the other ones are. Have you seen the Owl House or Amphibia? I've seen a few episodes of Amphibia. Okay, so Hoppers is a crazy movie, and I don't know how much you guys want spoilers. Oh yeah, Peter Pan is also... Okay, Sword of the Stone is not 50s, Peter Pan is 50s. Oh yeah, Cinderella too. Not Cinderella 2, original. Okay, Cinderella, Alice, Peter Pan, and Sleeping Beauty. And Lady and the Tramp. Yes, I did finally see Hoppers. I'll answer the question first. Okay, of the 50s movies, the worst is Lady and the Tramp. Then I'd put Peter Pan, then Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, and Alice in Wonderland. So, my biggest criticism with Hoppers is that it starts out kind of awkward, but as it goes on, it gets, like, really, really, really good. Like, the first 30 minutes or so, it kind of had a little bit of cringy humor and stuff. Then it got, like, really good and really deep and really, really wild out of nowhere. Like, I mean... So it's a Juniper Lee type of... Quality-wise, I guess it's one of those things. What's the biggest problem with Lady and the Tramp? Nothing happens in that movie. It is boring. It is so fucking boring. Lady and the Tramp is just so boring. Oh yeah, Hoppers goes in weird ass places. Hoppers is the most different Pixar film. The way I could describe it is how much you like the ending of Finding Dory, where there's the truck flying off the bridge. If you really, really like that one particular gag, you'll probably really, really like Hoppers. Like... I do want to talk about it, but, like, it depends on how much you guys mind spoilers of a movie that's still in theaters. Is it similar to Chong's We Bare Bears? No. No, it is not. It is not similar to We Bare Bears. It is not similar to We Bare Bears at all. I mean, there's a bear in it. There's a bear in the movie. I think I have popcorn stuck in between my teeth. How about The Wild Robot? It is not similar to The Wild Robot at all. Yes, Hoppers has a... George in the movie is probably the best Pixar character of all time. I'm just gonna say that. Yeah, I got copyrighted. I haven't seen Open Season in 20 years. I mean, once again, there's a bear in it. So, what do you guys want to know about Hoppers, besides if it's good or not? You're... Like, what do you want to know about it? You want to know everything. how well does it do environmentalism? It's not really about the message. Yeah, I like Mayor Jerry. So you want to know the type of humor in Hoppers, okay? So there is one scene where a shark, like a great white shark, is being carried by a bunch of birds, and this is all a part of a car chase. This is actually in the movie. So yeah, a bunch of birds carry a giant shark, and it's attacking a car with this guy in it. Because George is awesome. Towards the end, like I said, in the first 30 minutes or so, the humor is a bit cringe. Then everything changes when the main character actually kills someone. Like, it's the first Pixar film where the main character actually kills another character. like for real. Thank you for the donation. What am I eating? Movie theater popcorn. Yeah, don't worry, I'm fighting to get it up. Yeah. It's a movie theater with a body count. Why did she kill someone? She didn't mean to, but, she did. She did kill someone. The death scene in this film is not comparable to the, Okay, I can't describe why George is the best offhand. You have to watch the film, because it's full on in the film. I'm still processing Hoppers. I guess. I can't really upload my stuff elsewhere because this is my job. YouTube is the only place to get monetization. So, when I was watching the trailers for Hoppers and I saw the premise, I was like, wait, that's Avatar. That is just Avatar. And to my utter shock, they make that comparison in the movie itself, which is... which is, you know... the Disney Timeline video is completely finished, yes. It doesn't matter, it took me to the movies. Is it the most insane animated movie you've seen? No, The Boss Baby 2 is the most insane. I really hope this copyright thing isn't going to be too much of a problem, because I got a lot of other Disney projects I want to do this year. Does Disney own the Avatar rights? No, they don't. Wait, do they? I have no idea who owns Avatar. Either way, it wouldn't be copyright infringement because it's a different expression of the same idea. Well, here's the thing. A lot of people don't like Avatar. Okay, yeah, they do own Avatar. Have you thought of making a review on why I don't like Finding Dory? It's not a kind of film that I'd be interested in talking about. Is the murder in the movie played for laughs or to take? Both. Both. And it works. Like, it actually works. Because the moment where it happens is, like, really fucking funny. Like, it's the moment where the entire theater laughs. But it becomes important motivation to one of the characters. What was so cringe about the first 30 minutes? A lot of the humor. You know, it had a lot of the humor that you'll find in animated movie trailers. It's claiming the video, not the audio. What type of cringe? There's like a prolonged bit where all of the characters are just shouting for like very little reason. Like just yelling. That kind of humor. Like that's in the first half hour. Then that totally goes away. Right around the time a character gets killed. Have you went back to working on Seeing Real? Not yet. March has been hell. Yes, the movie gets loads better towards the end. Yeah, that one moment was pretty cringe. The squishing. Hello. Yes, I am interested in the new Mario Galaxy movie. It seems like a fun time. Hello. Spaghetti is good. What is being squished? So the animals decide that they want to kill the mayor. So there's that. And they try to murder the mayor by using a shark. But as George comments, the shark is actually very, very nice. Have you seen Avatar? Once, a very, very long time ago. Of course we're talking about hoppers. I've only seen the first one. What did the mayor do? What do most politicians do in an environmental film? They take away the land from the animals. Any projects you plan on working on? I think I really got to do the Boss Baby 2 review. I need to finish that one because I do want to do a Disney ranking and I want Scarlett to be a part of that. Did they... not a mall, a highway overpass. Is Hopper like Pom Poko? I've never seen Pom Poko. How long will the Disney ranking take? Depends. That one I'm gonna need to get a few people on the project to make sure it doesn't go over terribly. Thoughts on the Ocarina of Time remake rumors? Ocarina of Time is interesting because my biggest problem with Ocarina of Time can never be remade, or it won't be Ocarina of Time anymore. What is the swear I use the most often? Potatoes. E-O-E, I don't know what you mean by that. My biggest problem with Ocarina of Time is the story. And that's the least likely thing to be changed about an Ocarina of Time remake. I mean, if you want Ocarina of Time with a different story, you play Twilight Princess. I am sorry to hear that, Nicholas. The newest Disney movie that's put... I counted all of the 64 films that exist. Oh, I have no idea. I've never seen End of Evangelion. Bruce Springstream. Will the Wild count? Like, the immediate idea is to just do, like, what everyone else has done. I did want to do something like review every animated theatrical Disney film and Pixar film and DreamWorks as well, but I can't do something that ambitious while working on See Unreal, unfortunately. Moana 2 is one of the 2 Disney films I have yet to see, and I'm procrastinating on that one to hell and back. I didn't need to watch that one for the timeline because it takes place immediately after the original Moana. Do you think in our near future scientists will, no. I've been hearing that headline for like 30 years. When will the live-action remakes end? Never. Cause DreamWorks... Cause I think it'd be fun to compare films like Hunchback of Notre Dame and The Prince of Egypt. Like, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of those movies are very easy to compare. Or interesting to compare at the very least. Like, where would you put The Wild Robot on a Pixar ranking for interest, for curiosity's sake? Oh yeah, the Moana live-action remake is gonna be terrible. Oh yeah, that's another project I want to do because no one else has done that. Hello, Dashi! One thing I wanted to do is rank all of the live-action remakes. Good evening. We will be reacting to a video tonight, which will be fun. Except, no. But, Little Pete's Dragon, yeah. But I'm crazy! Yes, it would include the old Dalmatians and the old Jungle Book. Yeah, we're gonna be doing that, the math guy. That's the video I got. Why is Finding Dory so bad? I mean, half the movie is spent on Marlin and Nemo and they don't need to be there. At all. Look, I'm gonna be blunt. You guys like watching me rant at Ryan's shit. So... And the more we make fun of him, the more likely it'll be that he'll never fucking come back. I do not agree with that, Frank. My favorite Pixar movie is still probably Soul. Let's say the top. Soul, then WALL-E, probably Ratatouille. I don't know what the third would be. So, fun fact about the Pony Life video. I've actually never been able to finish it because it was that fucking infuriating. Like, me and some of the team keep going on and on and on about what his worst video is, and we just can't pick. What's the status on Ryan? He will be losing his job in the next couple of months because his company is going under. Ooh, fun. Ooh, Entity, we're still trying to find that Dexter's Lab video. How are your thoughts on Pony Life as a show? I've never seen it before. But Ryan's video is so terrible, it makes me kind of want to watch it. Gotta find footage of it, though. Okay. Let's see. It's in the downloads, I think. Let's see here. Gotta figure out where the fuck I put it. Oh, yeah. It is 45 fucking minutes. I am planning on making pony content. That is one of my projects that I'm hoping to get done this year. Do you like Ghibli films? Yeah. I just can't talk about them on YouTube because copyright problems are already a pain in the ass. Is it safe to call Ryan a lol cut? You can call Ryan whatever the fuck you want. Boop, boop.
You know, I want to talk about current events.
Okay. Turn media player on, turn this off. Okay. You guys comfy? Or are you guys too comfortable? Oh no! I need to make some money by the end of the month, so let's just dunk on some Ryan. So there's quite a few videos that I'm looking for, that I've been looking through them, and they're like really fucking infuriating and stupid. Like one of them is being uploaded in parts right now, his worst songs animation. I haven't been able to finish that one either, but all 3 parts aren't up yet, so we're gonna be working on this one instead. This one I haven't been able to finish. I have no guarantee that we'll be able to finish this tonight. But let's dunk on him. So quick warning, I've never seen an episode of Pony Life myself, so we might be a little bit lost. Let's see how the best critic of all time rates this show. Let's go. Can you make a video on the AI? Not at this moment. Okay, so let's do this. Oh yeah, trigger warning. Ryan actually drops a slur in this video. So I hope it's loud enough for you guys to hear it. Let's listen for a few seconds and tell me if you can.
You know, I want to talk about...
Okay, that is too loud for me. Let's turn it down a little bit on my end.
Current events, because I hate the war right now. And I usually do this best with a Ryan Animation review. Family Guy usually gives good material.
Okay, so can you hear that? Can you hear that? Okay. The F one. So, I'm not saying the slur.
You know, I want to talk about current events because...
Okay, 2 seconds in and we're already off to a problem. Ryan, I want to talk about current events. Please don't. I just want to watch a review about ponies. Please don't talk about current events. This was released in 2020, by the way. So, current events. Let's
I hate the war right now. And I usually do this...
Okay, so.
You know, I want to talk about current events because I hate the war right now. And I usually do this best with a Ryan animation review. Family Guy usually gives good material for current events.
Family Guy gives good material for current events. Okay. I mean, it's got, like... Okay.
What am I watching?
Oh. Stay down! Cleveland, try to grab my gun. Oh, trying to grab my gun, are you?
Oh, an episode about a white guy and a black guy getting back together. And in the episode, we have a white police officer beating up an innocent black person. You know, maybe this is too political right now.
Okay.
How about The Simpsons? They usually have better content.
Good lord, germs entering every orifice in my head.
Oh.
That Simpsons episode was from the 1990s, dude.
An episode about a virus coming from Asia affecting Americans. In a time period where we are racist to other countries because they deal with pandemics better than us. Yeah, not this one.
Okay, so immediately, you know, like a lot of people just throw plagiarism at complaints at Ryan, and I don't like doing that because I don't really fucking care. But this is pretty much point for point at the start of my Little Clowns of Happy Town review. Like, beat for fucking beat. Like, beat for beat. Also, that wasn't the cause of, like, people weren't racist to other countries because they, quote-unquote, handled the pandemic better than us. That's not how it worked, dude.
I don't want to get called a Karen today. I know, speaking of Karens, how about SpongeBob? Is that relevant right now? What's that show have to offer?
I can't seem to get happy. Maybe this will help.
Oh, and
the frame rate in that... You took that clip from my own video, didn't you?
episode about a guy attempting suicide, where in the time period right now, suicide is at an all-time high. And suicide hotlines are getting more calls in less than a week than what they normally get in an average year. Up 891%. Yeah, that's just too depressing. No.
I don't know. I don't think it was the PSA video. That was 2021, and I think either Ryan was kicked out by then, or it was right around the time. That came in 2021, though.
None of these I feel comfortable reviewing right now, but I still really want to talk about something that is relevant here in July 2020. I didn't want...
Okay, so that's when this video was made. July 2020. July 20... This was the same time he was making Wes do the fucking, animatic. Okay, so this is what he was working on at the time.
I had to do this, but it looks like I have, like, no other options. I'm gonna review a reboot! Yeah, in the 2010s, and even right now, people decide that being creative and come up with original ideas is passé, then realizing that there are no new original ideas that are underneath the sun. So...
What was that sentence? Okay, I need to listen to that again. What was that sentence? Hello.
Yeah, in the 2010s, and even right now, people decide that being creative and come up with original ideas is passé, then realizing that there are no new original ideas that are underneath the sun. So
what is that sentence? I mean, I get the gist. People don't want to be creative and original these days, but what was that sentence? Oh my god. Oh my god.
do is instead of coming up with originality, they remake stuff. Movies especially got these kind of reboots. And
okay, like, wait, we need to go back to the point. What's the point?
Come up with original ideas is passé, then realizing that there are no new original ideas that are underneath the sun. So what
okay, every reboot ranges from good to bad to meh. Okay, that's a typo. That is a typo. Bizarre has one Z and two R's, right? Like, right? Also, this means nothing. Every reboot, every work of art ranges from good to bad to meh or bizarre. Okay, I don't know about the Powerpuff Girls anime. I think people like it.
Do is instead of coming up original,
That one is shit.
they remake stuff.
People love this one.
Movies especially got these
People like this one.
kind of reboots. And today we're gonna
None of those are movies.
take a look at the worst reboot of 2020.
I think people like this reboot of Scooby-Doo. I don't remember which one this is.
It's something that has been out of date for a while now. It's stupid, cliche, and has very annoying voice acting.
Why are we looking at Scooby-Doo still?
And teaches terrible, offensive morals on friendship.
Like, okay, the point is that reboots are what, like, with the exception of the Powerpuff Girls 2016, all of these are pretty well-liked remakes, right?
With the original franchise existed before I was even born. That's right, I'm talking about Pony Life. Cliche, and has very annoying voice acting. And teaches terrible, offensive morals on friendship.
Okay, Pony Life teaches terrible, offensive life on... Okay.
With the original franchise existed before I was even born.
The original franchise existed before I was... Why is that important? Why is that important? Why, like... What, did history fucking start in August whatever of 1996? You keep bringing up your fucking birth like it means anything. We're less than 2 minutes in and I'm already getting off topic. That's crazy. Yes.
That's right, I'm talking about Pony Life.
Lore drop. Like, unfortunately, that is why I have to watch all of these videos, because he does give, like, the weirdest lore drops that actually helps us fit in the puzzle of who this fuck up actually is. I'm gonna hope that none of this gets me copyright claimed.
You and I was going to be talking about.
Think Ryan. Yeah, I think that Ryan does do that. We're gonna have to restart the calendar where 1996 is year 1 or whatever. Ryan birthed the universe, obviously.
Pony Life in 2020. This show was first announced back in November 2019, shortly after Friendship's Magic finally came to an end. There even was a stupid music video of these god-awful toys to promote this show.
Oh, cool, you kept it.
Using the song
These god-awful... They look like pretty typical generic toys.
Feeling Good as Hell by Lizzo. I can't use the song because of copyright, but
Okay.
you can find yourself on YouTube if you truly want to see this.
What, the commercial or the song?
The second that the trailer dropped, it was critiqued to wear him back again.
Yes, because animation trailers are universally terrible.
I myself didn't like how it was, but
What? What? Who said what? I think I missed something.
refrained from talking about the art style and whatever until the show came out. It's stupid to say that your product will fail from a crappy trailer. I mean, Coraline has a very shitty trailer, and yet that's one of my all-time favorite movies.
Really? But isn't Coraline too dark and depressing? I mean, like, honestly, I have no idea why that movie isn't rated PG-13. Yeah, I think it got censored on my end, Wes, but apparently other people saw it. I didn't.
By the way, if you have never seen Coraline, don't watch the trailer. It literally tells you the twist of the movie in the trailer.
Twist of the trail. Does Coraline really have a twist? I mean, I get it, like... I get it's kind of mysterious, and you don't know if the other mother is really an evil monster kind of deal, but, like, I wouldn't call that a twist, you know? Are you still doing poems? Also, happy Trans Day. Yes, I am still doing poems. Most of them are just not public because they are deep, depressing, and full of very, very dark subject matter.
Pony Life got released last month, and I watched the show and I
Is Star Giant Orion? I don't know.
absolutely hate it. And I absolutely hate it.
Okay, what?
Don't watch the trailer. It literally tells you the twist of the movie in the trailer. Pony Life got released last month, and I watched the show and I absolutely hate it. And I absolutely hate it.
Okay, you absolutely hated Pony Life. Okay, so we're gonna assume that this spin-off of Friendship is Magic is the worst show ever. It's even worse than the newborn cuties shit.
And guess what? It wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. It ended up being much worse.
Okay. Oh no. It is worse.
So yeah, this time around the trailer was accurate, I guess. I might be getting ahead of myself, but this show is already a candidate for the top 10 worst cartoons in 2020's list. Yeah.
Ooh, fun. I mean, this came out in July of 2020. Fairview hadn't come out yet.
I know that we have like 9.5 years to go to get there. We're only halfway through the first year, like only 5% of the way done about the decade.
Yes.
95% to go. But
Yes.
I guarantee you that this show is going to be on my list.
How?
And besides, every human in existence wants this decade to be over already for how shitty it is.
No, they wanted the year to be over with.
Pony Life is definitely worse than Thundercats Roar.
I disagree.
How do I put this? You know how people back in the mid-2010s thought that Teen Titans Go was the worst reboot ever?
I mean, they thought it was bad, but I don't know if we were calling it the worst reboot ever, besides, YouTube,
And in 2016, we got the Powerpuff Girls reboot and ended up being much worse than Teen Titans Go in every single way. With pedophile implications and superheroes that needed help from everyone else because they couldn't even do the
He's gonna be using the P word a lot, I'm pretty sure.
one job that they were tasked to do. In some ways, Pony Life is similar to Powerpuff Girls and just being worse in every regard. And yes, I do believe that Pony Life is the worst cartoon of 2020. It's
Okay.
even worse than Thundercats Roar.
I disagree.
And that Weird Fairy Tales cartoon from Adult Swim.
Oh, yeah. Watch the last Ryan reaction to know what the fuck he's talking about there.
Now, to be fair, I don't think
The thing about Powerpuff Girls 2016 is that it's an awful show with very awful problems that I'll get to next year. But there are some good episodes and there are very few good aspects, but they do exist. Like Silico's first episode, yes. I've never seen Pony Life. This is my first exposure to Pony Life.
that Pony Life is as bad as Powerpuff Girls 2016. At least not right now. Not every episode of Pony Life is...
Oh, I know this. This comes from a piracy website. This is a piracy website episode list. You could have pulled this from Wikipedia. As a YouTuber, you're not supposed to endorse piracy. We gotta at least look professional. Even if nobody fucking cares, you gotta at least look professional. You might lose those sponsorships one day, dude.
out yet, but enough episodes have come out for me to judge this show.
Wait.
To be fair, I don't think that Pony Life is as bad as Powerpuff Girls 2016. At least not right now. Not.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Thank you for the donation. No, nothing new happened. I'm just having fun. No, that was a joke. Okay, so there are 10 episodes here. 10 episodes times 11 is 111 minutes. That's less content than a movie. Okay.
Every episode of Pony Life is out yet, but enough episodes have come out for me to judge this show. It's
Debatable.
a shitty show. And if you say that this is a shitty show to anyone on the internet, people will think that you're a nostalgia blind asshole that thinks you only hate this reboot because it's not like the original.
Okay. We have to listen to that one again. I have no idea. Thank you for the donation. Not even them.
Have come out for me to judge this show. It's a shitty show. And if you say that this is a shitty show to anyone on the internet, people will think that you're a nostalgia blind asshole that thinks you only hate this reboot because it's not like the original.
If you hate the show, people are just gonna think that you're a nostalgia blind asshole who only likes the original. The original My Little Pony was in the fucking 80s. And the show you think this is the original spin-off of just ended the year prior. Like, what? Like what? Oh my fucking god! Like of all the shows, you could use that argument. People would say like this one. My god, what the fuck?
Pony Life, everybody! Let's give this show a round of applause!
Yeah, now we're talking. Yeah. Ouch.
This review is kind of gonna be different than most.
Also, no border around the letters. That's perfect.
Of my reviews, but before we get into Pony Life, we might as well talk about the entire My Little Pony franchise as a whole.
Before we get... Why? 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 No!
Oh, My Little Pony
This video is 40 minutes, 45 minutes. Why?
started back in the 1980s as a toy line, and has its adventures
Yes, okay, why?
and shit. Typical 80s cartoon. Because...
What?
But before we get into Pony Life, we might as well talk about the entire
It is my job to suffer.
My Little Pony franchise as a whole. My Little Pony started back in the 1980s as a
Thank you for the donation. I haven't seen that one yet.
toy line, and has its adventures and shit. Typical 80s cartoon.
Yes, it had its adventures and shit. Typical 80s cartoon. Okay? Look, tell me you haven't watched the original without having told me you haven't watched the original.
Because of its success, Hasbro always pushed out more My Little Pony. And
Because of it... You realize the cartoon was based on the fucking toy, right? The cartoons came because the toys were popular.
total of 4 different generations. While Generation 2 didn't have any TV shows and each generation is divided by their toy lines, Generations 1, 3, and 4 each had 2 TV shows. The second version of each show is usually dubbed as .5, like G1.5.
My Little Pony Tales is not dubbed Generation 1.5. It's just My Little Pony Tales. Also, this is a tangent of my own, but I fucking hate that the adventure show is called My Little Pony and Friends, and the slice of life show about friendship is called My Little Pony Tales. It confuses me every single fucking time.
Or G3.5, or today's show, G4.5. Pony Life is also nicknamed Generation 4.5.
Everything is 0.5 to you. I thought Equestria Girls was Generation 4.5.
Because Friendship is Magic was Generation 4. Friendship is Magic, if you don't know, is my favorite show of all time.
Really? Really? Okay. Yet he's got the uniform of Little Witch Academia.
Anime
Okay.
or not. It was the show that helped me get back into loving animation.
The damage this show has done to the world at large, my god. It is... My Little Pony Friendship is Magic is an SCP. You can't convince me otherwise. This has had an abnormal effect on reality, and it cannot be understood by actual science. It's currently dabbling with copyright. It'll be back hopefully soon.
It had actual good storylines, amazing animation, lovable characters, and taught important, messages.
Okay, so I love how we're talking about the entire franchise. We're just skipping over the fucking entire franchise.
All the while introducing character arcs and becoming more story-driven, continuity-based as the seasons went on. We got more of the lore that was always amazing to see, and it was a fun adventure. I even have plans on me doing a special review for when the show turns 10 years old in a few months, as well as me working on a reanimated project on a pilot episode.
Wait. So Ryan was doing a fucking reanimated project? I think my brain broke. He was what? How? Why? Like I think I brought this up to the other people, and they were like, he tried to get other people to do it, but nobody fucking wanted to give him the time of day. Also, here's your out of context fact for something. I'm not gonna tell you the context about this at all, what it means, but in Ryan's videos, at one point he wanted to kill Winnie the Pooh. I'm not gonna tell you why. I'm not gonna tell you what it means, but you have my word that at one point in Ryan's videos he wanted to kill Winnie the Pooh. Okay? Okay.
But of course, because Hasbro saw how profitable this show was,
I'll have to look back as to why. But like, Crimson, you're in the chat where Dashi talked about it.
amongst bronies, instead of just ending Friendship is Magic with its 3-part finale back in October 2019, they decided to milk the MLP franchise even further. In 2020, they started doing these weird MLP stop-motion shorts on YouTube, and I have no idea what they were, to be honest. It was just...
You just said what they were. They're stop-motion shorts.
Weird, they had no dialogue.
I must be fucking baked and this shit's probably fake. The fucking hell did I just take? The fuck?
But not as creepy
Who is this Ryan guy? He's a monster. That's who he is.
as this weird Pinkie Pie talk show thing, I suppose.
Gummy, can you hear that?
Yep, they didn't even get on...
Okay,
Did I just take? The fuck?
But not as creepy as this weird Pinkie Pie talk show thing, I suppose.
Gummy, can you hear?
okay, I will say that the CGI here is pretty uncannily smooth.
Yep, they didn't even get Andrea Lemon to reprise her role for these. It's just random shit that is not good at all. But of course, these didn't really get that much attention. In order for Hasbro to get more money, they would have to make a new show.
Hasbro is a toy company. They sell toys. The cartoons exist for them to sell the toys. Like, they don't really care how well their movies or toys do. Because if they did, I think they would monetize them and work with them a little bit better.
So instead of making a new and clever show that would be fun to watch, it'd be like Friendship is Magic, you instead make a new show where no one in their right fucking mind would ever want to watch.
They said the exact same thing about Friendship is Magic after it followed up the Newborn Cuties, which aired the year prior. Like, the Newborn Cuties shorts came out in 2009.
Pony Life is the exact opposite of Friendship is Magic.
So it's a blood and gore-soaked murder mystery. Okay. The exact opposite of Friendship is Magic. Good to know.
I'm not even gonna try to sugarcoat my opinions this time around.
Okay. Did he ever try to sugarcoat his opinions before?
And no, Pinkie Pie, it's bad to sugarcoat everything.
You should sugarcoat everything.
I honestly don't even know where I want to begin on this one.
Can we begin 6 minutes ago? This prelude is pointless.
All I know is that I'm gonna try my best to keep this Ryan Animation review under an hour long.
You want to bet that in the script he wrote like 30 minutes or 40 minutes, but realized he failed and just at the last minute changed it to under an hour so he could still technically be correct?
If I legit named all my problems with this show, it would be way over an hour.
That's fine. Like, that is legitimately a fine thing to do on YouTube. Like, people don't mind if you're thorough. Like, Quentin Reviews did like a 24-hour video on the Beverly Hillbillies or something or other. Like, I don't like to criticize the editing or the art because Ryan isn't the person who did this. I know who the editor and the artists are.
So I want to just get the major...
Ryan's opinions don't come from Ryan in most cases, with the exception of things like The Loud House. His opinions come from the people he likes or he doesn't like.
problems out of the way for this video. But it's hard to do that when literally everything about the show is wrong. From the art style, to the animation, to the voice acting, to the writing, and even to the messages. Where does one begin when everything is wrong?
You begin at the beginning. Support star on page. Don't do that. Do not support this person, period. Because this person actually is e-begging right now. So don't support them if they come out of their way to ask. do not support them.
It's everything. You know what? Let's start with the art style this time around. Because it's actually the thing that I hate the most in this show. Oh, this
Yes, Pony Life has the same VAs as the original My Friendship is Magic.
show has garbage writing and offensive morals, but it's actually the art style and by extension its animation, the thing that I hate the
Okay, so, like, the art style rant is as far as I got before because this makes me crash out every fucking time. Every fucking time. What happens? No, he's still making shit. Star Wars fan has leaked more videos that he made after that quitting. Star Giant, they detransitioned after my March video in 2024.
This time around. And considering that the animation is the first thing that you
Like, yeah, this is the thing. Like, anyone could see that this is just a chibi art style show. Like, you see it, I see it. Let's see how Ryan fails to understand what that means.
are seeing, it's best to start there. So when Pony Life was first announced, and even when the show first aired last month, the first thing that people said about it was that it had the cow art style.
What? Okay, I'm gonna try to hold off crashing out, but like, what? 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 Like, that doesn't even mean like the like what? Like the Cal Arts art style. Okay. Okay. Like this is a chibi art style. Like it's not even like people on the internet refer to the Cal art style as like Bean Mouths and Steven Universe style. Like not like this is clearly like not that at all. At all.
Because it had the bean smile that you see in shows like Star vs.
Go back.
So when Pony Life was first announced, and even when the show first aired last month, the first thing that people said about it was that it had the cow art style. Because it had the bean smile that you see in shows like Star vs. the Forces of Evil, or Steven Universe, or that weird toucan Sam
That's not a bean mouth.
redesign.
The bean mouth needs to have like the straight lines through there. Let's see. It's where we back. We back. My OBS disconnected for a minute there. Okay. Good. I have no idea what the fuck that was. Like, I mean, I understand if it was like the microphone, but no, OBS, that was weird. Yeah, I'm good. Just had a tech hiccup. Okay, but yeah, like this is so bean mouth, like it needs the lines through the teeth, right? Like that's the traditional bean mouth. I mean, it's more than just a shape.
Stupid cliche that was coined by the guy who created Ren and Stimpy.
Okay, what?
It had the bean smile that you see in shows like Star vs. the Forces
Oh, we're getting close to the slur, by the way.
of Evil, or Steven Universe, or that weird toucan Sam redesign. A stupid cliche that was coined by the guy who created Ren and Stimpy.
So the Cal Arts art style is the quote-unquote cliche coined by John Crick-Falusi. Like the Cal Arts art style is not a cliche. It's an art style. Like what?
John Crick-Falusi. And we all have to credit him for some reason.
Yes, we credit him because he's the one who made up the term, even though nobody uses the term in the way that he does. It literally does not mean the thing that he dubbed Cal Arts art style. Like, if I have to assume, like, something that is Cal Arts art style by John Kay's definition, I think it would be, like, the Don Bluth film Anastasia.
You could do research on your own time, or just watch
You can do research on your own time.
that video on Blame It on Georgia.
You're the fucking analyst! You do the research, it's your fucking job!
Why John Kay is garbage, and here's why. But the main point to bring up is that Cal Art style was a term that he created because he hated lyric.
Including this school Walt founded, which helped... Okay, there's tons of text on screen. I don't know why we're using the Disney font here. Cal Arts is the principal thing I hope to leave when I move on to... This is not well formatted at all.
everything from Disney. To the point that when Robin Williams said he would love to work on Ren and Stimpy with John
Let's see.
John turned him down because he thought he...
I don't want to hear the slur. Burp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I hope that was actually it, so I don't have to...
mock Disney. That was what CalArts style was. If you took good...
Yeah, I think I cut out the slur. I hope so. Okay, good.
inspiration for Disney, John K. will hate your guts. At least that's what CalArts style used to be considered. Because of the internet, this now is used for modern animation cliches. You'll notice that Pony Life has these bean smiles.
Okay. Yeah, that's a bit... the F slur.
So I'm gonna end this
The actual F slur, not what Ryan thinks the F slur is.
stupid discussion once and for all to tell you the correct name of this modern animation style. The correct name is Only 6...
I'm gonna scream. I am going to fucking scream. It's not the CalArts art style. No, it's this other term that I am completely misusing. Okay, so Only 6 Faces is this. I guess flaw. I guess that a lot of artists fall into when all of their faces are basically shaped exactly the same. It's a problem that I myself have. This is like, how do you even come to this conclusion? How do you even come to this conclusion? Like, unless you're just randomly clicking through TV tropes links and you're not actually fucking reading them. There's no such thing as a modern CalArts style. Animators got the bean smile and round cute stuff from anime, which almost everyone is inspired by. Thank you for the donation. I don't know how accurate that is, but I'll take your word for it. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. There's a train not too far from me. Only 6 Faces. Okay. Like, I think this is the first. I think this is one of the first places that, I like legit quit because, like, how can you be like this stupid? Like, legitimate question. How can you be this fucking stupid?
Faces. That is the actual correct name.
No.
It has always been that name.
No. Only 6 Faces is not an art style.
It's what South Park does. What it means is that the characters...
He did take this directly from TV tropes because Only 6 Faces is the example image that they used on this trope in TV tropes. They used South Park there.
Your show have a limited number of facial expressions. You usually get... That is the actual correct name. It has always been that name.
Once again, that is not fucking art style.
It's what South Park does. What it means is that the characters in your show have a limited number of facial expressions.
No, that is not what that means. The term you're looking for is limited animation.
You usually get 1 per emotion.
Thank you for the donation. Most of Steven Universe's crew is from NYC. Indeed.
You have 1 for happiness, 1 for sadness, 1 for anger, 1 for scare, 1 for tiredness, 1 for annoyed. You get my point.
All of those shows have multiple expressions for each of their emotions.
You more or less have, like, Only 6 Faces. In fact, My Little Pony is even in the TV trope section on 6 Faces.
TV tropes is not a good place to do research for actual academic work. Like, it's a fun resource to browse, and it can help you find media that you like if you like a trope and want to see more of it. This is not it's worse than Wikipedia, and Wikipedia is a place you should never fucking use.
And that's what Pony Life has for 50% of its facial expressions.
Oh, only 50%, huh?
It's just the same copy-paste face throughout the...
Copy, paste, faced. Okay, so all of the ponies do have the same, like, base model. Like, the bodies are all identical. The Pegasi have wings and the unicorns have horns. but like the eyes are different. Like the details are different where they need to be.
Whole show. Friendship is Magic is memorable in its animation because it was able to go above and beyond with his faces. Not as good as, say, SpongeBob.
Then SpongeBob got a little bit too crazy with the faces.
But something that you could consider a close second. Animation is the best medium for exaggeration.
Animation is the best medium for exaggeration. I don't know, like, statements where Ryan says that he has any sign of competence, that is probably the best medium for exaggeration because there is no way that could be realistically accurate.
So when your animation becomes stiff, it makes me question why you just don't do it in live action.
This is a show about magical talking horses. I wonder why they don't do it in fucking live action. I legitimately don't, I can't figure it out. I mean, I'm sure it would look fucking fantastic. You just get some petting zoo horses and you paint them pink. That would look beautiful, Ryan. I don't drink alcohol. I don't.
And don't say because magic.
Fuck you, I just did and I'll do it again.
There are live action shows, even aimed for little girls, that have magic.
Do you know how much of a miracle those things are to put together?
Oh, by the way, I said that was 50% of Pony likes facial expressions. The other 50% is every single fucking stupid internet face. Characters take selfies a day. You know those
Can I see an example from the show, or are you just gonna do your own thing?
internet animations that do nothing but just draw stupid faces but aren't worth your time because they're just bad overall? Well,
Okay, you showed a clip of Cans Without Labels. That is incorrect. Cans Without Labels doesn't do that thing. It has John K-isms. But, like, the point you're stealing from me, by the way, is when I was talking about, like, the Newgrounds-inspired shit from the mid-2000s.
oh, that's what Pony Life does. Many of the times, they'll do these stupid big fucking smiles, and then their mouths go over their eyes. What kind of cartoon does that?
Lots of them. Like lots of them. Like, doesn't Star Versus do that?
It looks very awkward and...
Okay, so you know what you're doing, Ryan? You're holding on a still that wasn't meant to be a still. This is like what people do when they throw in, like, the in-betweens from The Simpsons ups on Twitter and use it to say that the animation of The Simpsons is terrible.
off-putting. But if you really want me to go in-depth with their terrible art design, look no further than the background.
Okay, I'm looking at the background art. Oh, I see. What's the issue with the background art?
I could do a whole separate video on this background art.
Okay, let's do it.
It's the worst background art from any show that I have ever
Incorrect.
seen. First of all, every piece of background art looks flat as fuck. Look no further than the background art. I could do a whole separate video on this background art. It's the worst background art from any show that I have ever seen.
Okay, everything looks flat. No. Like what? Like, I mean, there's no, like, shading, but, like, this man does not understand what stylization is. Like, this guy is the reason why all animated movies look the fucking same these days.
First of all, every piece of background art looks flat as fuck. Even the Paper Mario series, which is a series meant to be flat, is nowhere near as flat as this
Like, you don't even understand stylization and things. Paper Mario is meant to look like paper. It's not meant to look, quote-unquote, flat.
Sometimes it feels like the show is on a stage, like it's supposed to be Super Mario Bros. 3. But the biggest
Maybe that's the style, Ryan.
problem with this background is the fact that it's not even colored inside the line.
It's not even colored inside the line. What are you talking about? Where, like... Okay, so the bushes aren't colored inside the line. What else in this photo isn't colored inside the line?
That bush isn't even colored inside the lines.
It's called the fucking stylization. Like, you know, if I showed this idiot sticking around, I think his head would explode.
Those houses, not even close. Supposed to be Super Mario Bros. 3. But the biggest problem with this background is the fact that it's not even colored inside the line. That bush isn't even colored inside the lines. Those houses,
I'm angry.
not even close.
Was this before or after he reviewed... Was this before or after he did the CN64 episode on Ed, Edd n Eddy? Like, I have to know off of curiosity if anyone knows. Because, like, when he talks about the fucking buildings...
Supposed to be Super Mario Bros. 3. But the biggest problem with this background is the fact that it's not even colored inside the line. That bush isn't even colored inside the lines. Those houses,
Ed, Edd n Eddy did the exact same thing with the buildings in the background.
not even close. Or that mountain? Who cares? And the water, for some reason, is...
Like, this is very, very similar to what Ed, Edd n Eddy did with its backgrounds. Because the backgrounds weren't important. You're not supposed to be focusing on the background. That's why they're in the background.
Pink, not blue. Do the people behind this show not know how to color inside the line? Something that elementary school students can do?
Something you can't.
And the people behind this show are animating this in Flash. Doesn't Flash have a...
Somebody says something. Okay, nobody said anything.
Paint bucket tool to help fill in gaps like these easier? I'm sorry, but I have this thing where I...
Okay. I just gotta calm down a little bit, you know? We got a lot of shit. So much fucking shit. It's crazy.
Every single cartoon ever in Flash that have their colors in more correctly than Ed, Edd n Eddy, and...
Okay, I'm gonna fucking crash again.
Paint bucket tool to help fill in gaps like these easier? I'm sorry, but I have this thing where I expect every single cartoon ever in Flash to have their colors in more correctly than Ed, Edd n Eddy, and sticking around, which...
Okay, so you have fucking seen them, you fucking piece of dung. Like, what the fuck? Like, do you see why I've never been able to finish this video up until present? Like, I've never been able to finish this video because it is that fucking terrible.
Constantly had their characters moving even when standing still, and those were both hand-drawn, so I
If you notice the backgrounds in Ed, Edd n Eddy and how they were kind of low detailed,
can only assume that the people who did the art of this show intentionally went out of their way to make the backgrounds look as wrong as possible. And
you mean they went out of their way to make the backgrounds of the show look like a specific something? That is what a fucking art style is.
every single episode has this problem, and many places across each episode. Why would anyone think this was good?
I want to punch something.
According to the creator of this show, she chose the backgrounds to be like this to make it more romantic. Since when was MLP, not just Friendship is Magic, any version of MLP, ever about romance?
Okay.
To the creator of this show, she chose the background.
I need to read this tweet. Who came up with the more water-based cliffside settings of Ponyville? I think it's super neat. Team idea or one person going, you know what would be cool? I just find cliffs and water super romantic and dramatic. Like, and dramatic, for one. Ryan just doesn't mention that at all. I pitched this to Adrian and he simply said, yep. He's a pretty agreeable guy and a pleasure to work with. Okay, romantic, when we're talking about art, romantic doesn't always mean, like, romance. Like, romantic is an art style. Like romantic music and stuff, it doesn't have to be about romance.
To be like this to make it more romantic.
And yeah, like Ryan doing this shit.
Since when was MLP, not just Friendship is Magic, any version of MLP, ever about romance?
There are episodes of Friendship is Magic about romance, right? Like, I'm pretty sure, like, I don't think the main characters were allowed to do romance stuff, but pretty sure there was romance. What am I talking about? They had a fucking Valentine's Day special. They had a Valentine's Day special. What am I talking about?
The original show wasn't about romance. G1.5 wasn't about romance.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Are you sure that MLP Tales wasn't about romance? Because I'm pretty sure there were a lot of episodes about the girls pining over boys.
How even Friendship is Magic, outside of its Valentine's Day episodes and the wedding episodes, didn't really do romance.
Except Perfect Pair, I guess.
MLP is not a franchise on romance.
I'm gonna punch something. I'm really gonna punch something.
Oh, even Pony Life ain't on romance.
Like, fucking hell. Like, this man wants money, buy him a fucking dictionary.
So this design choice makes no sense.
It makes perfect sense if you know what the fuck romantic means.
The colors are also atrocious. When you compare this to Friendship is
Okay, what are wrong with the colors?
Magic's colors, they really do look amazing. Each environment looks like it could exist in the real world.
What? What?
So this design choice makes no sense. The colors are also atrocious. When you compare this to Friendship is Magic's colors, they really do look amazing.
Okay, so this looks like it could exist in the real world. Okay. The house that Twilight's standing in front of here, like, if you put that in the real world, it's gonna fucking collapse. It's gonna fucking collapse. Like, these things are stylized in a way that probably would collapse if they were in the real world. Oh my fucking god, what the fuck?
Each environment looks like it could exist in the real world.
No.
It made you wish you...
Like, this perspective here is very, very stylized, too. Like, if I was to be harsh, I'd say this kind of looks like a cardboard cutout, which is fine because that's the style.
Live in the question just because of the amazing color choices alone. And this is...
The color... The color...
To Friendship is Magic's colors, they really do look amazing. Each environment looks like it could exist in the real world. It made you wish you could live in the question just because of the amazing color choices alone. And this...
Okay, so... These buildings and environments look like they could exist in the real world and make you feel like you would want to live there due to its color choices alone. You guys see colors like this on I mean, this is stained glass, so it doesn't really fucking count, because yes, you can make a stained glass that looks like this.
Isn't even just counting the MLP movies designs. The show knew how to use its colors. Ponyville had a nice daytime view, making it feel like home.
A nice daytime view, making it feel like home. What do these words mean? Like, what do these words mean? You know, like, I guess I'm sorry. Like, I didn't watch Ryan's content when he was working for me. Maybe I should have. Maybe it would have prevented a lot of fucking pain.
Camelot made it feel perfect blue.
What?
This isn't even just counting the MLP movies designs. The show knew how to use its colors. Ponyville had a nice daytime view, making it feel like home.
Okay.
Camelot made it feel perfect blue.
Camelot made it feel perfect blue. I'm sorry, maybe... Is Canterlot blue? Is Canterlot blue? Maybe my memory is fuzzy, but is Canterlot blue? Is Canterlot blue?
The Everfree Forest used dark colors well to give a dark tone environment as well as nighttime. Every background environment in Pony Life is the exact same. Look at this!
Okay, I'm looking at it. What am I looking at?
You see this? That is the Everfree Forest.
Okay.
You know, that scary place where all those scary monsters come from?
Thank you for the donation. Your plan on... You can use it as a ranking video day. I'm planning on doing that in January. What I think I'll do for the final day in December is actually review Ivanhoe, the actual new show that ended. Thank you for the review. This is not MLP or Smiling Friends or college.
Like manticores and dangerous trees and alligators made of rocks and so much more. If I didn't tell you that this was the Everfree Forest, you would have probably mistaken this for probably Ponyville. Every single background is the same.
Okay, let's...
And alligators made of rocks and so much more. If I didn't tell you that this was the Everfree Forest, you would have probably mistaken this for probably Ponyville.
Okay, I will say this doesn't really look like a forest. It does look more like a field, but okay, so everything looks different. Okay, so this is to me an open field with a ruin there. This is a park bench.
Single.
This is a city path, I guess.
Background is the same.
Okay.
They all have colors that don't even...
Thank you for the donation. I'm blue, yabba dabba do.
Stay colored inside the lines despite the fact that a 5-year-old could, as well as copy paste every single background. I've seen Go Animate videos on the internet that put more effort into their backgrounds than this.
No, you haven't. I guarantee it, no, you haven't. Does Ryan strike you as the guy who watches a lot of Go Animated shit?
No. If a 5-year-old can color inside the lines better than you can, you fucked up. It's a stylistic choice, my ass.
It's a stylistic choice, my ass.
Friendship is Magic never did these.
Yeah, because Friendship is Magic had a different art style.
The experiments. Look at this scene here. Pinkie Pie and Rarity are doing the exact same faces.
Yeah, Hoppers is pretty alright. Thank you for the donation.
When you have two different characters doing the exact same faces for a good minute, it makes you question why you have two different characters.
Maybe this is just... I'm just spitballing here. Maybe the two characters have different personalities. Yeah, I keep crushing out, Wes. This video is awful. I hate this. I hate my life. I hate everything. I want to...
we need one character here. Look at this scene here.
Okay.
They are doing the exact same faces. When you have two different characters doing the exact same faces for a good minute, it makes you question why you have two different characters. You only need one character here.
Okay. 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 I'm looking at this image here. Okay. I'm looking at this image here.
Look at this scene here. All of them had the exact same facial expression.
No, that is inaccurate.
Doing the exact same faces for a good minute.
I have a bucket, believe it or not.
It makes you question why you have two different characters. You only need one character here. Look at this.
Because you people like me torturing myself. Okay. Technically speaking, Pinkie Pie has a wider smile than everyone else's. But yes, everyone is smiling. Like, here's the part of the problem. He's nitpicking the art style by showing still frames. You can't do that. You can't do that for an animated cartoon. Because no matter what, like, if they're doing things properly, you could pick weird stills no matter what you do.
In here, all of them had the exact same.
Because it's fun, that's why.
Facial expression. If their heads were all different colors, I could face swap them and there would be no difference. And that's just the main characters. Look at some of the secondary characters. That's Discord.
Yes, that is Discord.
It looks like he was drawn by a middle schooler. Those eyes just seem off, you know? You know that one Powerpuff Girls 2016 episode Paintball? That one scene where we see a Legos place and it's all just a bunch of random rainbow colors that make you want to puke by just looking at them?
Why are you using, like, you're not complaining about the twerking. Why are you using the clips of the Powerpuff Girls twerking if that's not relevant to the point that you're trying to make? It's gonna make me side-eye you, Ryan, because you've accused people of worse for less.
Well, imagine that being the background of every single episode. That's Pony Life. Oh, but SpongeBob does those faces and you love that show. Sure, SpongeBob, especially as of late, has been doing more and more faces in its show, but SpongeBob still follows the 12 principles of animation.
There is one video where he does talk about what the 12 principles of animation are. I don't remember it offhand. We're going to watch that at some point.
Sure, Pony Life does follow some of them, most notably appeal.
I'm going to fucking crash out. I'm going to crash out. I'm going to crash out. He just spent the past, 5 minutes complaining about how fucking ugly the show is? Like, and then he's saying, oh yeah, they do follow appeal. Granted, appeal isn't always about aesthetics, but like... Like, the way he's describing them, where all the characters are exactly the same, where there's no difference between them, that is, like, definitionally them failing the principle of appeal, if we're talking about it in his world. Also, there's a weird-ass logo of a, like, house here. I don't think that comes from the show. I think that's the clip.
But it doesn't really follow the other ones. If you're into animation or starting to just
We just saw Pinkie Pie explode. Is that not following the principle of exaggeration?
get into it, and you need to know a good place to start getting into the medium, learn about...
Right, like, SpongeBob does some stuff some of the time. Also, once again, why are we using the Disney font?
The 12 principles of animation is probably one of the first things that you should do. Pony Life does not do staging or...
Wait, what?
into it, and you need to know a good place to start getting into the medium, learn about the 12 principles of animation is probably one of the first things that you should do. Other ones. If you're into animation or starting to just get into it, and you need to know a good place to start getting into the medium, learn about the 12 principles of animation is probably one of the first things that you should do.
I disagree. I mean, you're gonna need to know them eventually, but I'd start with the fundamentals of drawing before you look up the principles of animation. Because you gotta learn how to draw first in most cases.
Pony Life does not do staging or solid...
Staging. It doesn't do staging, huh? Which is why the cupcake is in the center and all of the lights draw your eyes to the cupcake in the center of the screen. This is perfectly staged, you dipshit!
drawing. I already proved
And it doesn't do solid drawing.
the solid drawing wrong when Pony Life failed to cut inside the lines.
That's not what solid drawing means, you piece of fucking... Solid drawing means making sure that your characters look like they have solid weight and mass. Like, they... Oh my fucking god!
Oh, and if you're wondering, Friendship is Magic was able to correctly follow all the 12 principles of animation.
Are you sure about that? Because I could probably find some exceptions.
Staging is akin to making sure that your proportions are right.
What? No. No. That's not what... That's not what staging... Staging and proportions aren't exactly... No. No, why?
Or that the right object / character is in the focus. You see this a lot in animation.
Okay, what the fuck was that sentence?
The 12 principles of animation. Staging is akin to making sure that your proportions are right. Or that the right object / character is in the focus. You see this a lot in animation.
Like, there's a run-on sentence, and then there's having one sentence, just stopping it and starting another without, like, ending the previous one.
In a live action, especially in this time period that we are living in. They'll
What the
making
fuck?
sure that your proportions are right. Or that the right object / character is in the focus. You see this a lot in animation and often in live action, especially in this time period that we are living in.
Okay, so we're seeing the animation principle of staging in live action, especially at this time. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what are these, like, I need a translator. Translator, please. Fucking hell, give me a translator. I can't understand this. I can't understand any of this.
They'll fade out what is not meant to be the focus, blur it even, and give better attention to what you should be watching on screen. This is usually a good effect and it helps the audience focus on what you want them to focus on.
Okay. You see how Twilight is in one of the, like, Twilight here, this avatar, is following the rule of thirds. She's at one of the third axis. The background is completely, it's like very light, contrasting with her darker skin tone. Or color tone, whatever.
That what is not meant to be the focus, blur it even.
Also, like, I wish I could go back less than 10 seconds, but let's see.
What you want them to focus on. There are many times in pony life where I can't tell what the show wants me to focus on.
So we're talking about principles of animation, right?
Often the character sizes are not constant. This is usually a good effect and it helps the, especially in this time period that we are living in. They'll fade out what.
Okay, so see, look where Twilight is looking. She's looking off to the left, right? So we go slowly.
Is not meant to be the.
She's thinking, she's thinking.
Focus.
Then she sees something. Her eyes widen. And she puts up her arms and catches it. This is the animation principle of anticipation. My fucking god.
Even, and give better attention to what you should be watching on screen. This is usually a good effect and it helps the audience focus on what you want them to focus on. There are many times in pony life where I can't tell what the show wants me to focus on. Often the character sizes are not constant. Kind of like Steven Universe. Except it should be easier to notice here since it's using the exact same model. I'm sorry, but it's just that I expect every single animation in existence to never be able to screw up their character heights ever again. After
Why?
learning that The Incredibles use only one model for all of their characters.
The Incredibles is a 3D animated movie from 20 years ago. What does that have to do with a Flash animated chibi cartoon from 2020? Like what? Like what? What? Like, have you seen the behind-the-scenes shots of Encanto where, like, Mirabel has, like, these weird Slenderman arms?
Going back to these god-awful faces that go over the eyes constantly, faces are usually meant to be funny, or they can be mysterious, appealing even. But one thing to keep in mind with SpongeBob is that his faces are unique. You're not.
Oh, hello, Kiss Cartoon. Hello, Kiss Cartoon.
Not gonna see SpongeBob and Patrick do their movie face in the show constantly.
You'd be surprised. The modern episodes are reusing fucking everything.
It was once and done, and it's only ever brought back not because of actual drawings, but because of meme faces. Have you ever seen in-betweens? Those are fun to watch. Pony Life, when it does the off-the-wall and wacky cool faces, copy-paste the same faces over and over again. Sometimes multiple characters in the exact same scenes. Because if we had the same characters do this face over and over again, it would...
Like, I keep crashing out because this is a third of the video, and it's just like minute on end of him just badly misunderstanding what the fuck art style is.
Like, even funnier! Bruno's...
By the way, Ryan has actually drawn shit himself.
SpongeBob usually keeps the faces to one character. Only very rarely will they have multiple characters do the same faces.
Because each of the characters have vastly different construction. Like, SpongeBob is a square, and Patrick is a triangle. If SpongeBob had Patrick's expressions, it wouldn't make it wouldn't work.
Now what you may be thinking, so what?
Why does Ryan change his avatar so much? So every time he falls out with someone, he decides that he can no longer use their art ever again. Because, like, Ava never said he couldn't keep using this. He just stopped doing it.
The animation is bad. The story makes up for it. What about the story? What?
Okay, we're finally talking about the story. It just took us 15 fucking minutes. And yes, Patrick is a star.
Even is the premise of this show.
What is the premise of this Pony Life show? I don't know.
Tell you what it is. Now, I had to do research on the premise.
You had to do research to understand the premise? But you watched all the episodes. You watched them all, Ryan.
is essential to understanding the central concepts in this film.
If you can't understand the premise of a show after watching every single episode, I think that's a you problem. Like, I don't think I've ever watched anything ever where after fucking watching every episode, I didn't understand what the premise was. Like, even my least favorite shows of all time. Like, I mean, like, Problem Solvers. The premise is that these 3 dipshits try to solve problems. It's in the name. Weird and wacky, fantastical problems.
By the way, I just love how the official wiki page for the show doesn't even mention the premise yet. And yet we're over 10 episodes into the show.
Maybe it's obscure. A lot of people don't. A lot of shows don't have, like, wikis.
Pony Life is about Pinkie Pie making these super special
Thank you for the donation, yes.
magical potions that our friends get to each drink. These potions all given special superpowers that give them the ability of whatever the potion that they drink grants them. That is the premise of the show.
That sounds like the premise of one episode.
Something that not one single episode ever brings up. It's like they expect you...
Okay, wait, what? Okay, I need to listen to this again because,
the premise yet, and yet we're over 10 episodes into the show. Pony Life is about Pinkie Pie making these super special magical potions that our friends
Thank you for the donation. Probably,
get to each drink. These potions all given special superpowers that give them the ability of whatever the potion that they drink grants them. That is the premise of the show. Something that not one single episode ever brings up.
Then it's not the premise of the show! If the thing you stated happens doesn't happen in the show, that's not the premise of the show. This is ignoring the fact that you're putting the clips of what's happening on screen. Oh my god, I'm coughing. And it's like, you're... Like, are you sure that this isn't just the premise of one singular episode?
It's like they expect you to do research on the premise. No, not who voices them or special lore to the show like literally every other show ever. They expect you to do research
Don't die of stupid. I don't know. I'm suffering a stupid overdose.
on just trying to understand the show. Rule of thumb, if your pilot episode doesn't explain the premise of your own show, then your show is a failure.
All these clips are from the pilot, the first episodes, and each one display the core elements, main characters, and... All these clips... Okay, so we're playing this game, okay.
Every other show ever, they expect you to do research going in on just trying to understand the show. Rule of thumb, if your pilot episode doesn't explain the premise of your own show, then your show is a failure. There is absolutely no explanation on why your first episode shouldn't tell you what your show is about. That is the purpose of your pilot.
Okay, so... In terms of Friendship is Magic, the first 2 episodes were very adventure-focused. It was an adventure plot, and... While there were a couple of episodes of that in the first season, like Dragon Shy, most of them were fairly down-to-earth, slice-of-life episodes. And even then, it didn't describe every single thing that you need to fully understand the world of Equestria. Like, the pilot episode doesn't even mention cutie marks, for example.
To showcase what your
Also, you're showing me clips. This doesn't tell me what the premise of these shows are.
show is about and to tell the viewers on why they should keep watching your show.
SpongeBob. SpongeBob. So, the pilot Help Wanted shows that SpongeBob gets a job at the Krusty Krab. But, like, the way that Ryan is speaking, it's like... It's like he assumes that's the reason that you're watching SpongeBob, because he got a job as a fry cook. When no, you watch the show because it's funny. Like, here's the fun thing. You know his you know his most favoriteest show of all time, Madoka? Madoka doesn't explain why you should be watching it until episode fucking 3. Episode 3 shows that it is a deconstruction of the magical girl genre. Until episode 3, it is one of the most stock magical girl plots you will ever experience. So, like, he's just wrong. He's just fucking wrong.
Maybe I'll make a separate video someday on the lost art of the pilot.
Do it. I fucking dare you.
Because Pony Life isn't just the only show with that problem.
Is Madoka good? I don't know how to answer that question at this point in time.
Even then, how I describe the show doesn't fully add up. That is the correct premise, but each episode has its own problem.
Okay.
First of all, an important rule in storytelling.
I mean, yeah, it was kind of sort of foreshadowed.
Not just in animation, but in general, is show, don't tell. You
Okay.
see the main six drink these random potions all the time, but we never get to see what these potions are made of.
I am going to put my head through a wall.
Storytelling, not just in animation, but in general, is show, don't tell. You'll see the main six drink these random potions all the time, but we never get to see what these potions are made of.
Is the show about making potions, yes or no? Yes or no? Is the show about making potions? Yes or no? Is that integral to the plot of any episode? Is that what the show is about? Like making and mixing magical potions? Then no. No. Like when the D&D players are drinking the health potion, they don't need to know that it is full of crushed up bug juice. They don't need to know that. Because the fucking potion heals you. My God! At this point, I don't even think he watched the fucking show.
It's drugs! Too easy of a joke, Jack. I could do a whole separate video in depth lasting over an hour long on why the potions are bullshit.
On what?
But we never get to see what these potions are made of. It's drugs! Too easy of a joke, Jack. I could do a whole separate video in depth lasting over an hour long on why the potions are bullshit.
On death? Did he say death? Death lasting over an hour long?
I'll just for this video stick with my two biggest problems with the potions. The first big problem is with Fluttershy. Ironic, big. Usually I assume how the potions work is that you drink it once and you activate its power only once. That is until you drink it again. You even see one scene in this show showcasing that. But Fluttershy
This show isn't about potions, is it?
here, she constantly changes her size in every episode. She could become the size of a giantess.
Oh, fucking hell. Fucking hell. My God.
Or the size of a mouse. All at the blink of an eye.
This potion does not count. This makes her neck stretch not... This potion does not count. Does not count. This potion does not count. Okay. Also, why are there 12 different fonts in this video? Like, why are there 12 different fonts?
But she's not constantly drinking the potions in each episode. Remember, she's a Pegasus, not a unicorn. So, no...
Insert rat boy genius... Why is the only letter here not capitalized? The very first one? What? Like, I mean, that's a fucking nitpick, but, like, what the fuck?
Magic. Is it that she only ever needed to drink it once and that was it? Or did she, like, consume a lot of it? We never know the answer. She just has the ability to change her size at will or whatever.
And Superman has the ability to fly. Do we need to start out every single movie learning how the fuck he learned how to fly? I mean, is that a thing that you want, Ryan? Is that a thing that you want?
Oh, by the way, because Pony Life is more of a slice
Well, Fim did balance both the adventures and slice of life episodes.
life show than Benjamin's Magic was, this version doesn't have them trying to save the day anymore. So them drinking potions that give him powers makes no sense.
My brain is gonna leak on the floor. you know, getting into magical mishaps and shit, that can work for slice of life too, you know? You know, a magical student is trying to pass their test on, I don't know, magic, and they accidentally turn the teacher into a frog. No big adventure, it's just fun.
This show doesn't have them doing anything heroic at all. Or even friendship-like. What was that thing that Max Gibaldi said?
Is that they're superheroes!
What? Okay, I need to go back a little bit.
He just has the ability to change your size at will or whatever. Oh, by the way, because Pony Life is more of a slice-of-life show than Friendship is Magic was, this version doesn't have them trying to save the day anymore. So them drinking potions that give him powers makes no sense.
Okay, I know that he watched Dexter's Lab, and, like, that has the Justice Friends, which had the superheroes basically just living in an apartment.
This show doesn't have them doing anything heroic at all. Or even friendship-like. What was that thing that Max Gibaldi said?
Is that they're superheroes!
The fucking ponies, they're not superheroes. Like, yeah, they do hero stuff and they save the day occasionally. But one episode has Pinkie Pie babysitting a couple of toddlers. Like, Applejack's a farmer. Applejack is a farmer. She's a farmer. She's a farmer. Applejack is a farmer. And Fluttershy takes care of animals. They're random people. They're not superheroes. I mean, they were that one episode, but everyone hates that episode.
Oh yeah, I 100% agree with you, man. Yeah, I can't figure out why the girls are drinking the potions in this show.
Because they're not superheroes. They're not superheroes, Ryan. They're not.
And that, of course, does lead to my second biggest problem with this show on the potions part. See, I can kind of see these potions
How many episodes are these potions in? I'm just curious.
working if they were all Earth ponies and, you know, didn't have magic in...
If you get into the lore of MLP, technically speaking, the Earth ponies actually do have magic that comes from their connection to the Earth. Like they make plants grow better or some shit.
This show, they still have their
Thank you for the donation. Yes, Applejack is a farmer.
magic. And it comes the fuck out of nowhere at times. The first time that I watched this show, I thought that the unicorns wouldn't have magic in the series because of the potions. What's the point of the unicorns having magic if the potions exist?
So, you know how in the actual MLP show, where Twilight is portrayed as a very powerful wizard or mage or whatever, because she studies, like, doesn't that maybe clue you in that there are a bunch of unicorns who don't study, so they might not have as much talent with magic? Like, the way you're describing it, you'd think that Twilight and Trixie would be evenly matched when they're clearly not.
And yes, Rarity and Twilight also drink the potions. Sometimes Rarity will pull things out thin air without using her magic, only for her to use her magic for a second later for something else. And keep in mind, this is often done in the same scene. Is this show...
Oh yeah, like in so funny thing, in the actual show that he loves so much, his favorite of all time, the unicorn Sweetie Belle helps make a potion that gets other people to fall in love. So, favorite show of all time.
Trying to troll me? Is this show also trying to annoy me?
Yes. Pony Life was constructed specifically to annoy you and reveal to everyone on Earth how much of a moron with no media literacy you truly are.
You know what? Considering the terrible voice acting, it just might be.
That there magic volcano's been dormant for years.
And I know what you're...
Pretty sure that's not John Delancey. Thank you for the donation. Do you think that FIM was a bit overhyped when it first came out? I don't think that's a question I can answer off the cuff.
gonna type in the comments before I even finish.
It's a complicated thing. Hello, Manny.
Sentence. But aren't all the characters in this show the same voices as they were in Friendship is Magic? And yes, that is true, except for Spike and Discord, but we'll talk about them in a couple of minutes. You see...
Why did Spike have a different voice actor? I don't get that one. I mean, John Delancey is like a celebrity guest. I can understand that one, but like...
When voice acting is bad, it's never because you got a terrible voice actor.
That is untrue.
It sometimes can be the case, but that's not what usually is the problem. No, it's the voice direction that usually makes it bad. It's
Okay, let's see the problem with the voice acting in the show.
usually the director that makes the voice acting bad, not the voice actors themselves. Every character in this show screams their lines.
You mean like you?
Do it. I want that sugar. For I am the master of instructions. You'll rue the day you ever challenge Rainbow Dash.
No, Ryan, you don't understand. Rainbow Dash just sounds like that. Like that's literally just how she sounds, Ryan.
Please help me. When has a show ever become
Oh yeah, I can tell these are very cherry picked.
successful because the characters shouting their lines?
Okay, what?
Master of instructions. You'll rue the day you ever challenge Rainbow Dash.
Please help me. When has a show ever become successful because the characters shouting their lines?
SpongeBob SquarePants. Next question.
Isn't that why Bunsen is the Beast is one of
Thank you for the donation.
the worst cartoons of all time?
No, that is not why Bunsen is the Beast. It's one of the worst.
Yay! A beast welcome party. I brought cupcakes.
Correct me if
That's not shouting. Once again, that's just how he talks. Hello, Anthony.
I'm wrong, but people prefer voice actors to be able to enunciate, right?
I mean, the pony actors enunciated fine.
Because they do not enunciate in Pony Life. 50% of the time, the characters shout their lines.
Tank, you're here.
That's just reverb, dude.
And you talk?
Has any show ever gone successful by pitching up their characters?
Yes, SpongeBob SquarePants. Next question.
Well, you could say SpongeBob and the Fairy Oddparents.
I did. Next question.
Oh wait, hold the phone. When those shows start pitching up their characters' voices, people claim that their shows went into seasonal run.
No, that happened later.
In fact, Fairy Oddparents used it all the way until it was canceled in 2017, and people hate the show for how annoying it was, and that's even ignoring the
No, they hated it for other reasons.
creative Butch Hartman for his recent $130
Okay. Now the music is too loud.
cartoon of 36 minutes of animation,
Maybe you should start shouting because I can't hear you over the music.
and the court suing issue. Meanwhile, SpongeBob stopped the high-pitched voice thing like 5 years ago after the second SpongeBob movie, and
I don't know if that's true.
because it did and had actual good voice acting, the show surpassed in quality, and the show is at its best ever. Season 10 to the present is better than the first 3 seasons of the show.
I can't hear him over the
Phenomenal episodes
music.
like Mimic Madness, Karen's Virus, or my favorite episode of the whole series, The Krusty Bucket. Mimic Madness and Krusty Bucket also, as a specialty, give amazing voice direction. Tom Kenny does all
I mean, this was before the spiral. This was at the height of his fucking life.
the voices of SpongeBob mimicking everyone. They could have just gotten the regular voice actors for that, but no. Tom Kenny put all his effort in and created a work of art. Meanwhile, the Krusty Bucket has Planecraft, voiced by Clancy Brown. But honestly, I had to look it up because he sounded like Doug Lawrence, aka Plankton's voice. And sometimes Clancy
Yeah, he's copying my points from the Mimic Madness review.
Brown, but it's only Clancy Brown.
And I'm afraid your services are no longer required.
That's how talented he sounds here. What do you get
He's talking about how bad the voice acting is in Pony Life, I think.
out of Pony Life? Oh, you get annoying pitches. Speaking of annoyance, how is that theme song? Oh, the theme song is generic as fuck. And
Okay, why is that a problem? Lots of shows have generic theme songs.
somehow it sounds even worse than the Friendship is Magic theme song.
Gaze upon my gems.
Okay, that line right there from Rarity sounds sexual.
Okay, we gotta go back a little bit. What?
The song is generic as fuck. And somehow it sounds even worse than the Friendship is Magic theme song.
Gaze upon my gems.
Okay,
So, like, sometimes you could tell when people have porn, like when people's brains were destroyed by porn. Like, you could tell because they think that everything is sexual. Like, what the fuck?
That line right there is from Rarity's.
Thank you for the donation. Yeah, he had to look it up.
Sounds sexual. I just love how they just have Pinkie Pie do the Peter Griffin pose at the end. Ha ha ha! Isn't that funny? Can we please stop imitating?
The Peter Griffin pose?
Okay, that line right there is from Rarity sounds sexual. I just love how
That the Peter Griffin pose. The Peter Griffin pose. Peter Griffin pose, everybody.
they just have Pinkie Pie do the Peter Griffin pose at the end. Ha ha ha! Isn't that funny? Can we please stop imitating a pedophile? Then again.
That was a segue. Let's hear that again, please.
That line right there is from Rarity sounds sexual. I just love how they just have Pinkie Pie do the Peter Griffin pose at the end. Ha ha ha! Isn't that funny? Can we please stop imitating a pedophile? Then again.
Okay, what? I mean, like, there's one joke in Family Guy I could think of that kind of makes Peter that, but, like, are we talking about Quagmire here? I'm gonna lose my voice.
Hilda from Hilda did that. She also did the Peter Griffin. Why does the show make it look like Pinkie Pie is the main character? Isn't Twilight Sparkle supposed to be the main
No, all 6 of them are supposed to be the main character.
Also, I just love how Fluttershy doesn't even have her own segment in the opening. They completely forgot about her. Who the hell even made this show?
Okay, more music that's not too loud.
Remember how at the end of Friendship is Magic intro, it then said,
No, it's too loud still. Oh my god, Hilda did the Peter Griffin pose.
created by Lauren Fowles? Yeah, we don't get that this time around. I have no idea who the hell
Why is this music so dramatic?
made this show. Can you name me any other?
Like, this is the music I use for, like, when I go to a deep, heartfelt part of the video. Like, this is something that I'd use in the Lion King review.
Cartoon that doesn't say who created this show? I can't either. The most annoying of the sounds comes from Rarity, by the way.
Wait, what?
That this time around. I have no idea who the hell made this show. Can you name me?
You don't know who made this show? Okay, you know how Wikipedia works, right? I mean, that's how you found out that the show was about potions, correct? No, this is 2020.
Any other cartoon that doesn't say who created this show?
Apparently, the credits are at the end, Ryan. You have to watch after the episode ends. That's all you gotta do.
I can't either. The most annoying of the sounds comes from Rarity, by the way, especially in the episode Bad Things number 3. In this episode, she tries to sound like Gollum, and the end results, well...
Not until next weekend.
Well, I'm deaf. Now, maybe this is how Butch Hartman went deaf.
What? I've lost. I'm lost. I don't know where we are. This is further than I've ever been in this video. I need to...
Well...
Not until next weekend.
Well...
Okay, those are... That wasn't terrible voice acting. Those are just 2 clips, and I couldn't really hear Rarity in either of them.
Oh, I'm deaf now. Maybe this is how Butch Hartman went deaf.
When... When did Butch Hartman go deaf? Can someone please enlighten me? When did Butch Hartman go deaf? Was this a thing? Was this a thing? Like, did he make one of his characters act like Gollum and that made him go deaf? Is this a story that I'm unaware of? Like, what? Why? When did this happen?
Good luck figuring out what she said there under that atrocious voice acting.
Good luck figuring out what she said under your fucking music.
Speaking of voice acting, Kathy Lesluck, the voice of Spike, is not voicing Spike in this show. I want to remind you that Friendship is Magic is one of the most successful shows of all time.
Okay, yes.
So you think that a spin-off or a 0.5 on it would have some money put into it. Then
Okay.
again, with the art style of this show, I think you should know that answer by now. This is one of the more confusing decisions on the show. This score, for example, is not voiced by John DeLancey,
Because John DeLancey requires a lot of money.
but rather Peter New. And let's just say that I'm not the biggest fan of Peter. If you don't know, he's the voice actor of Big Mac. And
Yes, please don't remind me of last year.
that's probably his best voice acting, just saying a few words. Meanwhile, Tabitha, aka Rarity, voicing Spike is even more confusing. I think we all need to address the elephant in the room, or should I say dragon in the room?
Which is not to say, of course, I'm not open to voicing Spike again.
Well, this is the future now. Pony Life is in the future. A shitty future, but it's a future nonetheless. I don't think COVID should have affected you voicing Spike.
I just got flashbanged, guys. Did COVID stop Kathy Westluck from voicing Spike in the show? Did that happen? Did that happen? Is that what happened?
Can't voice actors voice from home? Isn't that how the Phineas and Ferb movie's being made?
Yes, voice actors can voice from home. They tried that in this show called Fairview, and every single character sounds like they were fucking recorded with a tin can.
Isn't this why animation is technically booming right now? Because you can work at it from your home?
Funny thing, apparently all of the studios didn't know that this thing called Audacity existed, so they all tried to record their lines over Zoom. Which is why audio was such a terrible piece of shit in 2020 and 2021. Which I will never understand.
I have no idea if this was Hasbro's decision to not allow Kathy, or she changed her mind.
She's on Twitter, fucking ask her, I don't know.
I don't know, but this seems suspicious.
Why?
Maybe I have the wrong attitude about this show.
Yes, maybe you do.
Maybe instead of the bad animation and the bad audio, I should be focusing on the writing.
Sure.
After all, the writing is the most important thing in any story, next to characters. Too bad it's still shit in this show. You know those cringy 2010s cartoons that use memes and hashtags and shit? Well,
I know one. The Powerpuff Girls 2016. And I guess... I guess the DC superhero girls uses hashtags, and the Pickle and Peanut used memes, but sure.
despite this cartoon airing this year in 2020, it still uses those trends.
That's because memes are still a thing. They didn't go away.
That would be like a cartoon in the 2020s making references to COVID-19.
What?
Use memes and hashtags and shit. Well, despite this cartoon airing this year in 2020, it still uses those trends. That would be like a cartoon in the 2020s making references to COVID-19.
So, The Simpsons had an episode where they basically made a parody homage thing to the entirety of the COVID pandemic. Like, a few years after it ended, mind you, but it was about caterpillars. So that's a thing that did happen. Thank you for the donation. Because COVID fried his fucking brain. No, he considered it ruining his life so bad that he didn't do anything to stop a predator, so...
But we all know that animation wouldn't sink that low. Oh, spoke too soon. So do you want to tell Twilight that masks are bad against COVID, or do I have to? Or will Twitter kill me first since I don't agree with their opinion? Back
shut up!
to the trends, though. What bugs me the most about the ponies having phones and tablets now is how they hold them. I know, that's like the oddest criticism I could make, but...
Okay, yeah, that one's the oddest criticism you could possibly make. That the ponies are holding phones and tablets. You know, in spite of them holding books in the original. Yeah, this was about a pony show at some point, I think.
Let me try to explain how MLB does its animated animal characters differently than most other cartoons with talking animals.
Please do.
Most other cartoons with talking animals usually make them more human-like to help audiences identify with them. Sure.
Okay.
Alright, not every animation does this. Finding Nemo and Over the Hedge come to my head. Yeah, movies, but that's all that I can think of.
You need to do shit.
MLB is different and unique because it uses talking animal main characters, but doesn't anthropomorphize them. They still have the same
Doesn't anthropomorphize them, which is why they look exactly like real horses.
proportions as actual horses, which makes MLB unique. However, there are at times where it feels like the writing really made it feel like the characters are actual humans. See,
but they're ponies. They're not humans. Even in the show, they're not humans.
you can't just pick up an object with your fist. You need to use your
Applejack is the best background character.
fingers. In Pony Life, every character picks up everything in
Okay, wait.
writing really made it feel like the characters are actual humans. See, you can't just pick up an object with your fist. You need to use your fingers.
So this guy, he's reading a newspaper, right? So in the original My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic, there was an episode where all of the characters were reading newspapers, and the Cutie Mark Crusaders were making newspapers. You guys remember that episode? A lot of people didn't like it, but I thought it was pretty okay.
In Pony Life, every character picks up everything instantly and easily, almost as if their hooves are invisible hands.
Like, this was a fucking fandom meme. Like, where people theorized how Fluttershy was holding the teacup, yes.
Sure, Friendship is Magic did have this problem at times.
No, it was in every single episode. They could pick up whatever the fuck they had to pick up at any time.
Most notably in Look Before You Sleep with Applejack holding the stick with the 3 marshmallows, or Mrs. Cake whenever she mixes a bowl, but
Because when they didn't do this, you had episodes like Baby Cakes where Mr. Cake changes a diaper with his fucking mouth. I think them using their hooves for everything is the lesser of two evils here, dude.
you only saw this early on in the show or rare cases. In Pony Life, it's every single character in
No, you saw it frequently all the way through.
nearly every single scene, and it can get distracting, making you question, why are these characters horses? You can
They're horses because of the toys that the show is based on.
make them humans and nothing would change.
Equestria Girls takes place in a modern suburban society. It is completely different to the pseudo-medieval fantastical world of Equestria.
Which ruins the illusion
Why am I explaining this?
of animation and using animals. Nearly every single scene, and it can get distracting, making you question, why are these characters horses? You can make them humans and nothing would change. Which ruins the illusion of animation and using animals.
Because it ruins the illusion of animation because these horses can hold things.
Friendship's Magic did this balance really well. It gave me a good explanation why the characters are horses.
What? Okay, so in-universe answers only. Why are the main characters of My Little Pony horses? You can't use any external factor. I must have missed that episode. What is the good reason he's talking about that all of the characters in My Little Pony are ponies? Like why? Why? Star Giant goes by he, him. Or at least male pronouns these days.
In Pony Life, it does the opposite. By the way, their cutie marks are all just simplified shapes of the original marks. AJ now only has one apple, Pinkie Pie one balloon. And sometimes you'll see scenes in this show with the main six without their cutie marks.
Those are called animation errors. It happened in the original show, too.
Another thing that bugs me on the tablets and phones is how they charge them. Let me show you this scene.
Okay, installation complete.
You saw that, right? Twilight charged up her phone using a cloud.
Yes. Cloud, yes. What is the issue?
This is just confusing. Now,
Do you know where lightning comes from, Ryan? Do you know where lightning comes from? Just curious. Have you ever seen a storm? Do you know where the lightning comes from? It's not the moon.
if Twilight used a lightning bolt from the cloud to charge her phone, that would have been clever. We've seen friendship as magic proved by just kicking a cloud produces electricity.
Then why can't plugging something into it produce electricity? Why? Why?
But using the cloud entirely makes no sense.
Why?
Clouds are made up of water.
Yes.
You even learned this in elementary school.
Okay.
Water also, at the exact same time, damages electronics.
Okay.
Amphibia at least used a bug that was electric-like.
Oh, cool. Amphibia glazing. Perfect.
Remember that episode with the Zap Beetles?
No, I haven't seen that one yet.
It was me!
See, that bug was showing electricity,
Actually, I think I did see that one.
which made sense, and Anne had her phone charged up all the way for the rest of the series. What does using a cloud work for Pony Life, even if it wasn't for electricity? The way Twilight plugs it in feels impracticable.
How is it impractical? It's right there in her fucking room.
The charger doesn't even have an outlet in a cloud.
You know how animation works, right? You know how a lot of people in cartoons don't have pockets, and yet in random scenes they can pull things out of their pockets? Like, you know how that happens, right? You've seen that happen, right?
All of this talk on the show itself, and I didn't even talk about the characters yet, besides them looking the same and them screaming all their lines.
Please tell me I've never been this bad before. They're all aboard to Rogueport, Paper Mario. I thought this was his favorite game of all time. It's not Paper Mario and the 1,000-Year Door. It's just Paper Mario, the 1,000-Year Door. There's no and in the title. I thought that was his favorite fucking video game of all time.
That's because, besides all of them looking the same, they act the same. This is
Okay, this might be a legitimate criticism. Let's see.
something I want to talk about in this review, and it really annoys me. And why does this annoy me? Because this is not what cartoons are anymore.
Okay, what?
In the same, they outlet in a cloud. All of this talk on the show itself, and I didn't even talk about the characters yet, besides them looking the same and them screaming all their lines.
Okay, so 26 minutes in, we're finally going to talk about the characters.
That's because, besides all of them looking the same, they act the same. This is something I want to talk about in this review, and it really annoys me. And why does this annoy me? Because this is not what cartoons are anymore. Yes, cartoons for the most of the 20th century when animation was invented did more or less have characters, main characters by the way, all act the same.
What?
Not what cartoons are anymore. Yes, cartoons for the most of the 20th century when animation was invented did.
What?
It really annoys me. And why does this annoy me? Because this is not what cartoons are anymore. Yes, cartoons for the most of the 20th century when animation was invented did.
Okay, first of all, I'm going to stop you right there. Animation was invented in the 19th century. Like, we don't have them anymore. But the first animations ever existed, or ever existed, documented at least, were in the late 1800s, like 1890s. And before that, there were things like the zoetrope, so animation did exist before the 20th century. What the fuck is this cartoon? I don't recognize it. I know you've never seen it.
More or less have characters, main characters by the way, all act the same.
Mario and Luigi did not act the same in the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. A little bit of trivia for you. The Super Mario Bros. Super Show is the first time that Luigi was portrayed as, like, the more cowardly of the two brothers. Might be Moondreamers. Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Well, yeah, but they didn't act like Scrooge, dude.
You even see this in the first generation of MLP, and cartoons in the 50s, 60s, and
You've never seen the original My Little Pony. I don't believe you.
70s, and even the 80s had most of their characters have all the main characters act the same.
Does Scooby-Doo act like Fred? Legitimate question. Does Scooby-Doo act like Fred? Does Fred act like Wilma? Or Barney? Does George Jetson act like his teenage daughter? Does Rocky act like Bullwinkle?
But eventually, cartoons kind of stopped doing that shit. If you go back and watch the original DuckTales, you'll notice that Huey, Dewey, and Louie are kind of more or less the same character,
That's a cherry-picked example.
but with different colored shirts.
There are other cartoons around the same time. Like, I don't know, the 80s. I don't know too many. The characters from Dungeons and Dragons, they all acted differently.
They're all Great Uncle Scrooge's nephews. Then you
Yes, they are also all Great Uncle Scrooge's nephews in the remake too. Like, what?
have the reboot of DuckTales, and our three ducks actually have unique and different.
Okay, what the fuck is that phrasing?
Huey, Dewey, and Louie are kind of more or less the same character, but with different colored shirts. They're all Great Uncle Scrooge's nephews. Then you have the reboot of DuckTales, and our three ducks actually have unique and different personalities.
Yes, but they're still Uncle Scrooge's nephews. That didn't change. That's not a personality. What the fuck? What the fuck? Being someone's nephew is not a personality. Oh my god, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck? Oh my god, what the fuck? No, I am not okay. I am not okay.
You know, what makes a character a character?
What? Not being Uncle Scrooge's nephew?
People really respect DuckTales 2017. Back
Which is why nobody talks about it anymore.
in the 90s, cartoons stopped having their main characters be the exact same character. You could point to Ren and Stimpy for helping us out of this rut.
Ren and Stimpy is influential for a lot of reasons. That is not it.
Despite Ren and Stimpy kind of being viewed as similar, they were completely different in personality.
What? Were Ren and Stimpy... What? Were they viewed as the same character? I don't remember that. Rugrats came out the same day, and even the twins, Phil and Lil, were completely different, which was kind of ahead of the curve, since in most other cartoons, twins or triplets like Huey, Dewey, and Louie all acted the same.
This was a good thing, and helped animation get out of the dark age. And
Animation was out of the dark age already. Like, the show that you're talking about, that, like... Okay, one of the shows that is most often credited for ending the dark age of television animation is DuckTales, because DuckTales was the first animation show that was built for syndication from the ground up.
gave us the golden age in the 1990s.
The 1990s is the Renaissance, not the Golden Age.
When I see animation reusing outdated cliches, I get a little annoyed.
Which outdated cliches are we talking about now?
I honestly can't recall a single other cartoon from the entirety of the 21st century, good or bad by the way, that had all of their main characters act the same.
You got examples, guys? My brain is broken. All characters acting the same. I mean, are we talking superficially or something? Flintstones was syndicated. I'm talking like made for syndication. Flintstones became syndicated later. Oh yes, Ryan believes that the hero's journey is a cliche, as we established last time.
Coincidentally, the only show that I could name from that time was G3MLP of all things. Let me put it like this. There's a moment when all the girls in this show see something cute.
Okay.
Do you guys know who Rainbow Dash is?
Yes, she is a very complicated character.
Rainbow was never really into cute things.
Uh-huh.
She was more into sports.
Which is why she wore a dress to the Grand Galloping Gala in the end of season 1. Right? That was a thing that happened, you know?
She was the athletic type.
The day I get a Hoofacure is the day I turn in my Daredevil license.
Hell, I thought that she hated wearing clothes. I mean, at least Pony Life gets...
She wears a Wonderbolt uniform after she became one of the Wonderbolts. What are you talking
The
about?
fact, right, that she loves to go fast. Okay, your Sonic stereotype.
The day I get a Hoofacure is the day I turn in my Daredevil license.
Hell, I thought that she hated wearing clothes. I mean, at least Pony Life gets the fact, right, that she loves to go fast.
Oh, so it remembers facts about her personality. Ryan, does Fluttershy like to go fast in Pony Life? Because that's what you're implying.
Okay, your Sonic stereotype.
Going fast is a Sonic stereotype, okay.
Not G4 Rainbow Dash. Speaking of which, there's a clip actually...
I guess we can't make Flash comics anymore. We got to abandon the Flash because, it would be a Sonic stereotype if we have super fast characters. You just can't do it. We can't do it. Thank you for the donation. Here, eat my $10. Put it towards therapy because Ryan has dropped his head. Yes.
in Pony Life with Rainbow Dash saying, "Gotta go fast!"
Gotta go dash!
She said gotta go dash, not go to what?
Honestly, you could make the argument that she's a Rule 63 Sonic in this show.
What? Ryan, you do know that Sonic the Hedgehog has an actual personality, right? Like, he has a character. And if Koda's still in the audience, he'll probably be going on about that.
Ever notice that Rainbow's mane looks like Sonic? Maybe that was intentional.
Rainbow's mane looks like Sonic. Okay, what? No.
In fact, this Rainbow Dash
Pretty sure Sonic is blue.
here reminds me of Rainbow Dash, but not the Generation 4 My Little Pony Friendship is Magic version. I'm talking about the Generation 3 My Little Pony version. Except instead of loving speed, she loved rainbows.
But I'm not Pink Dash, darling. I'm Rainbow Dash.
Oh, but she's not the only character to get flanderized.
What?
At least you could make the argument that they flanderized her in the right direction. Then you got Applejack, though that...
This is a simplified gag-based cartoon. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic was more about character development.
It's even worse. Actually, I'm only calling her Applejack in quotes because this is not Applejack.
Really? Okay.
Like, nothing about her is the same. In this version of the show, she breaks the fourth wall.
Okay.
Did you miss this? I missed this.
You know, honestly, I wish Applejack broke the fourth wall in the original show. That would have been kind of cool. Thank you, Maddie.
No, I do not. I don't remember you at all ever breaking the fourth wall once in the original show. Pinkie Pie did all the time, and yet she doesn't even do it once in this show.
So, what you're arguing is that you want more of exactly the same as Friendship is Magic. But, you know, I get it, but that's not a criticism of Pony Life.
Meanwhile, AJ here breaks the fourth wall once per episode. What's the point of reusing the same characters if you're just gonna change up their personalities?
What's the point of reusing the same characters? You're just gonna change up. You guys, 2 minutes ago he brought up DuckTales and said how great it was that the Huey, Dewey, and Louie actually have personalities now and weren't just the personality of being Uncle Scrooge's nephews. Like, what the fuck? Like, beyond being stupid and wrong, these things fucking contradict themselves completely. Like, what the fuck? Oh my god. He probably did. Like, I don't keep track of all the plagiarism shit because I don't remember my own work at this point. Why are there 15 minutes left of this video?
I miss Friendship is Magic, yes. Not this changeling-like imitation. Actually, that's an insult to changelings, because changelings themselves could imitate the main six better, and they would do a better job than the main six in Pony Life.
No, they wouldn't.
To Where and Back Again prove that case. Pinkie Pie here is treated more like she's the protagonist of the show, even though Twilight Sparkle was the protagonist in Friendship is...
Yes, Twilight Sparkle was the protagonist in Friendship is Magic. That doesn't mean that she has to be the protagonist in every single one of the shows. Like, are you telling me that this more comedic, less character-focused show has the more comedic, less character-focused character as the main protagonist? Like, really? 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 Really?
Magic. Shouldn't Twilight be the protagonist here as well?
Why?
This is like if the SpongeBob reboot Camp Coral had Patrick Star be the protagonist.
Oh, you mean like how the Patrick Star show has Patrick Star as the protagonist? Like, that's a thing, I think.
And not SpongeBob. Something about that doesn't make sense.
I think the Patrick Star show existed by this point. It was at the very least announced.
Pinkie Pie's goal is to be on a TV reality show. Aren't those things dead in 2020?
Okay, so there's this guy called Mr. Beast. I don't know if you've heard of him, but he's basically having these characters do crazy challenges, like a reality show. Also, everyone I fucking talk to watches Kitchen Nightmares for some reason, even though it hasn't had a new episode in a decade.
And, you know, Friendship is Magic was in the steampunk era technology.
Friendship is Magic with steampunk, okay. Hello, Koda. Guys, Friendship is Magic was... Oh, wow. Friendship is Magic is steampunk, okay. I think the day rolls over for YouTube at 3 a.m. So I hope all of these super chats count for March. I really do.
Or late 19th century or early 20th century up until the 1930s. Aren't those things dead in 2020? And, you know, Friendship is Magic was in the steampunk era technology or late 19th century or early 20th century up until...
There was one episode where they went into a comic book, which I think comic books were like established in the 1940s.
The 1930s? Yeah, I know that Friendship is Magic show had video game machines and cameras, so it's like the...
Okay, so you know that Friendship is Magic had technology. Oh my god.
90s. But regardless, despite Friendship is Magic being made in the 2010s, the show really did feel like they could take place at any time.
It took place in a fantasy world. Like The Legend of Zelda.
Timeless shows are a good thing to be.
It's a fantasy show, not... It's not tied to any one time period.
Meanwhile, Pony Life is the most dated cartoon I have ever seen.
Really? Oh man. Really? It's more dated than Hammerman, okay.
And keep in mind, I make a living off of seeing shitty cartoons, and
not anymore.
For a guy that talks about shitty cartoons, the mysterious Mr. Enter. So I know what I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah, okay, you know what you're talking about because you work for me. Okay.
Pony Life is even more dated than Teen Titans Go. Speaking of Teen Titans Go, according to the person behind making this show, they have never once seen an episode of Teen Titans Go.
Okay.
Despite Pony Life being the most blatant ripoff of Teen Titans Go I've ever seen.
Oh, it's a ripoff now.
So either the person behind this show is that fucking blind or that fucking dense. Like, this is the biggest coincidence in animation history. I find it ironic
No.
how everyone in the 2000s wanted to rip off the original Teen Titans, that when Teen Titans finally did get a reboot in 2010,
What?
or that fucking dense. Like, this is the biggest coincidence in animation history. I find it ironic how everyone in the 2000s wanted to rip off the original Teen Titans.
Who ripped off the original Teen Titans? I mean, like, there were a lot of action shows in the in the 2000s, like Secret Saturdays, Ben 10, Code Lyoko, Avatar. Were they ripping off Teen Titans? I don't think so. I mean, it was one of the first shows that had a lot of anime influence, but like, that's the start of a trend. It's not everyone trying to be the Teen Titans.
That when Teen Titans finally did get a reboot in 2010s, they used it to rip off My Little Pony Friendship is Magic.
Teen Titans Go is a rip-off of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, right? Okay, I gotta hear this again.
Animation history. I find it ironic how everyone in the 2000s wanted to rip off the original Teen Titans, that when Teen Titans finally did get a reboot in 2010s, they used it to rip off My Little Pony Friendship is Magic.
Okay, so we gotta follow the logic here. So he started out by complaining that Pony Life was a ripoff of Teen Titans Go, which, whatever. Now he's saying that Teen Titans Go was a ripoff of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. So he's saying, he's saying that Pony Life is ripping off the show that ripped off the show that is in the same franchise as the original show. Isn't that how it's supposed to be? Like, isn't that how it's supposed to be? Like, am I wrong? Like, this logic, this crazy train is fucking broken, but like, isn't that how it's supposed to be? Like,
now that My Little Pony is back for Pony Life, it's used to rip off Teen Titans Go. My, how we have gone full circle. There's a whole page on this.
The art director for Pony Life did a short Q&A on Twitter yesterday. Here's Pony Life. Pony Life. Yes, this seems to be a very accurate source. Pony Life. Pony Life. Pony Life.
I don't have anything against the creator of this show, but
What? Well, you sound like you do.
I'm just a little mad at Hasbro for...
Wait. You said you didn't know who created the show. You said you didn't know who created the show. You said you couldn't figure that out. When did you figure it out? Like, when did that happen? You complained that you couldn't figure out who created the show.
this one. Why would they hire someone for this remake who had no experience prior to this?
Maybe so it wouldn't be accused of being a ripoff of the original.
Sure, the voice actors for the most part return, but not the same writers. Also, saying selfie is a bad way to relate to kids today.
Selfie is a word that still exists in 2026, so... like, it's not a trendy word. It's like an actual thing. You know, like, friend as a verb from the 2000s. It's a thing that's going to be in our lexicon for the rest of time now.
Especially since you need to be at least 13 to be on social media. Even if you're not into animation, you by now probably will at least heard
Adults take selfies too, dude.
about Teen Titans Go in some sort of
Okay.
to relate to kids today. Especially since you need to be at least 13 to be on social media. Even if you're not into...
Also, it's like... people and kids take pictures of themselves and, you know, don't post them to the media. Like, people take pictures and not post them to the internet. That's a thing.
animation, you by now probably will at least heard about Teen Titans Go in some sort of fashion. Was it Teen Titans? Especially since you need to be at least 13 to be on social media. Even if you're not into animation, you by now probably will at least heard about Teen Titans Go in some sort of fashion. Was it Teen Titans Go more popular than Friendship is Magic, technically speaking?
That depends what you mean by most popular. Like, it had more viewers, but it was, like, really fucking hated for a time.
If you want to change the protagonist, why not give Spike a chance to be the star?
I can think of 5 different reasons. Number 1, it's called Pony Life! The show, it's called Pony Life. Let's make the dragon the main character. Why not?
After all, he's a dragon, the one different species amongst the other 6 ponies. That would be interesting.
It's called Pony Life. You want to watch a show about dragons? Watch Dragon Tales. What's the How to Train Your Dragon spinoff?
But no, he's got to be in this show only like 10% of the time. With a different voice entirely. Rarity aggravates me. And your
Okay, that's... What?
mark keeps disappearing the most. See, look.
It's called... The original show had animation errors, too. There are compilations you could probably still find on YouTube if Hasbro hasn't gotten them yet.
Get that. How you miss something as noticeable as a cutie mark? She's also abusive to cats. You know, the cat owner in the original show, and she really loved opalescence. In this show, she shoves her off to the side.
You know what a cartoon is? You know how cartoons work?
And in Cute Apocalypse Meow, she tries to kill a cat. Twilight is an asshole.
Okay, that's... Okay.
This version. Well, they're all assholes, but still. Half the time that she speaks, I can't understand her.
You make it to hometown cook-offs.
Tara Strong, you're supposed to do multiple...
You know, maybe we'd understand what she said if you let her speak the full sentence and not just 3 words.
Takes when you record. Not go with the first recording that you did in your sleep. I thought that you were a professional voice actress.
I thought you were a professional YouTuber. Why is this video so terrible?
So, you know how she's the princess of friendship? Well...
Okay.
In this show, she judges who you're friends with.
Sometimes I worry about the friends you choose.
Hey, remember in the original actress? Also, you know how she's the princess of friendship? Well, in this show, she judges who you're friends with.
Definitionally, shouldn't the princess of friendship do that? Like, isn't that what the princess of friendship should do? Like, I'm just thinking logically here, like, isn't that how it should work, like, logically?
Sometimes I worry about the friends you choose.
Hey! Remember in the original show where Twilight knew about friendship, and she learned to be friends with Discord there with trial and error?
Remember how in the original show we had Gilda, who was a bad friend, and Pinkie Pie thought that Gilda was a bad friend, and we had episodes about the characters learning that they should be picky and choosy of which friends they should actually have? Like, keep in mind, I haven't seen Friendship is Magic in like fucking 10 years at this point. And I remember all of this when at this time Ryan's claiming that this was his favorite show of all time.
And by the time we got to Twilight's Kingdom, she got better.
All of my friends.
After the way he has betrayed you, you still call him a friend?
Release him.
As well as Dungeons and Discord. Now here's Twilight judging you by your friends. Princess of Friendship, everyone! And remember the elements of harmony are in this show, and she uses them to stop villains? Oh, that reminds me, the elements! We'd gone from the elements of harmony being this important thing for pretty much every single premiere and finale to being demoted to a Family Guy cutaway gag. The symbol of friendship, my ass. What goes through the...
Ryan, the spin-off changed genres. That happens sometimes. It happens sometimes, you know?
These people's heads when making these decisions?
Let's make the show stand out and not be exactly the same as what we did before, because if we did that, there'd be no point, and everyone would complain that it's way too similar to what we did before.
Hey, wait a minute, Twilight. What did you say a few episodes prior?
Well, if he's a friend of yours, he's a friend of ours.
Aw, that was nice for you to say to Fluttershy. Now, what did you say to her again in the latest episode?
Sometimes I worry about the friends you choose.
These are out of context clips. Like maybe Fluttershy's friend was, I don't know, an axe murderer. And if one of my friends was friends with an axe murderer, I'd probably say the same thing. Like, if somebody was friends with this dope here, I would probably be judging their friendships too. Just
Fucking
saying.
hypocrite!
They're hypocrites, John. Every last one of them. They are powerful hypocrites, Henry.
At least Discord isn't lying, but the worst of these
Yes, Discord is not a lion. Discord is not a lion. Like, you were complaining about more than one... Tara Strong not making more than one takes. Learn to enunciate! Like, I swear his speech got worse as the years went on.
You just have to come from Fluttershy. Oh yeah, let's talk about the morals. More than 3 episodes have some very shitty morals. One of these episodes...
This isn't a show about morals, is it?
It's called Cute Pockets Meow. Has Fluttershy befriending a cat named Bubbles. For some reasons, Bubbles can talk in the show and is a cat, despite the original MLP having Opalescence as a cat, not talk. And Opalescence also can't talk in the show. Yeah, I know Cat
Doom Kitty...
from the MLP movie talk, but he was an anthropomorphic cat. It would have been more awkward if he couldn't talk. Anywho, when Bubbles is in the show, this scene happens.
Reality TV is trash anyway.
Bubbles, you can't say things like that. It's mean.
Yes, folks, you heard that right. Twilight Sparkle, the princess of friendship for 9 seasons now, hates Bubbles the cat because it's mean.
What? What? No. Like, when did Twilight say that she hated the cat? She just criticized what the cat said. Like, what? Like, also, what does this have to do with the previous point of the cat talking?
Do you, like, I'm gonna say it's because it's mean. It's mean. It's mean. Remember when Twilight fought T-Rex? She didn't hate him because he almost ruled all of Equestria. She hated him because he was mean.
I mean, technically speaking, yes, Twilight hated T-Rex because he was mean. Like, I mean, it's an understatement, but that is technically the truth. Like, that is technically the truth.
Are you fucking kidding me? It's mean! What are you, Twilight? 5 years old? This is not Twilight Sparkle at all. And then there's my least favorite episode of all Pony Life, the Trail-less-tron.
This is the one about the Girl Scouts, isn't it?
No, the old moral, don't lie. It's on pretty much every single cartoon for kids. And it's a good simple moral to teach kids. Do you know what Pony Life does? They teach you to lie multiple times. And I noticed this on my first viewing. Even Family Guy, its worst episodes with its...
The original show had episodes about where and when you should be honest as well. Granted, most of them were terrible, like Honest Apple, but those did exist.
What's morals? It takes at least 2 viewings for me to notice the terrible morals. This episode of Pony Life has 3 terrible morals, by the way.
Opening some pony else's mail is a felony. But Fluttershy won't mind.
You heard that right, folks. They literally teach you that opening someone else's mail is a felony, but it's okay to do it, even though it would get you thrown into prison in real life for up to 5 years.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I have someone else's mail, and I know all their personal information and stole money from them. But it's okay, they're my friend. And no, this isn't sarcasm. Even if it was, children don't...
I mean, it's not portrayed as the... Like, did Applejack get consequences in the episode? Like, is that a thing that happened?
And to learn sarcasm until the age of 6. Information and stole money from them. But it's okay, they're my friend. And no, this isn't sarcasm. Even if it was, children don't tend to learn sarcasm until the age of 6.
Okay, sure. I mean, this show is probably aimed at 7-year-olds, but okay.
And only really fully comprehend it at the age of 10. Pony Life is...
Why? Well, you didn't... You were 24 and you just still don't seem to comprehend sarcasm.
Aimed at children 2 to 5 years old, like the original show. They're too young to understand sarcasm, so they could take this moral seriously. Not to mention, adults watching the show would take these morals seriously. Speaking of serious morals...
Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? Okay, I gotta pour myself some water, and I gotta listen to what the fuck he just said. Again, because I swear I misheard what he just said. I swear. Okay.
Old, like the original show. They're too young to understand sarcasm, so they could take this moral seriously. Not to mention, adults watching the show would take these morals seriously.
Okay. So adults watching could take these morals because I watched an episode. Okay, I watched an episode of Pony Life, and it taught me that mail fraud was okay. And now I'm sitting in the jail cell for 5 years because the show taught me that opening other people's mail is okay. Me, a fully grown adult. Okay. Okay. I swear to God I didn't hear that right. I was like, what?
Aimed at children 2 to 5 years old, like the original show. They're too young to understand sarcasm, so they could take this moral seriously. Not to mention, adults watching the show would take these morals seriously. Speaking of serious morals, then they have this scene here.
We got ourselves a Trotter's troop.
That's right, folks. Applejack the
Tower. Oh, okay.
element of honesty lies. Yes, I know that she lied in the original show, but
Yeah, she lied a lot.
it never was serious like this, and she didn't commit a crime. Heck,
Thank you, Crimson.
that's right, folks. Applejack, the element of honesty, lies. Yes, I know that she lied in the original show, but it never was serious like this, and
I sneeze. Thank you, Maddie.
she didn't commit a crime. Heck, one time she lied because she needed to
Honestly, that might explain the status of AI if they've been training off of Ryan.
prepare for Pinkie Pie's party, and it wasn't easy for her. Here in Pony Life, she lies like a rock. Hey, Applejack, since you can see us now, can you see my middle finger? Because fuck you. Why do you lie, Applejack? So that Fluttershy can be a pedophile?
What? What? Oh, okay. that took a left turn. Okay, let's. What? I'm like just sitting, and then he just. Okay.
Here in Pony Life, she lies like a rock. Hey, Applejack, since you can see us now, can you see my middle finger? Because fuck you. Why do you lie, Applejack? So that Fluttershy can be a pedophile?
One is never too old to have fun.
You know,
one is never too old to have fun. Okay, so apparently old people can't have fun, or or after you turn 18 you can't have fun anymore, or it's illegal in the worst possible way. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck?
I talk to many people online, and I
Unfortunately,
talk to abuse victims all the time.
that is horrifying.
And they've told me that many of their abusers have said shit like this to them. I do not find any
That you're never too old to have fun. Like that is a phrase that can have many contexts. Many of them are innocuous. I don't get it either.
anything comedic on what Rarity just said. Fluttershy wants to be in something only meant for little kids.
Oh, this is the girls. Yeah, this is the Girl Scout episode. So,
This is unhealthy and makes me want to call the FBI.
okay, so fun fact that Ryan doesn't seem to know. He keeps calling Rarity a PDF file in the Pony Life show because not Rarity, Fluttershy wanted to do something in the Girl Scouts. I haven't seen the episode, but that's what it's about. And what Ryan doesn't seem to know is that, like, in the real world, in reality, there are adults in the Girl Scouts and in the Boy Scouts. Like, Ryan, do you think it's the children who are making the cookies? Like, do you think that's how it works?
How do you spell FBI?
Why do the rest of the main 6 want to have an adult live out a fantasy for little kids?
You're watching a show for 3-year-old girls. Like, the irony is astounding. You're reviewing a show meant for small children, small little girls. You can do it, but the cartoon character can't. No, because that would be weird.
This is disgusting. This really does remind me of Powerpuff Girls 2016.
Why?
With its pedophile implications. Remember that one episode of an adult kissing a child? Yeah, now Pony Life is doing shit like that.
These are these are not equivalent. Like, speaking of like, one of the most stock plots in cartoons was the adult that needed to go back to school for whatever reason. Like, grade school even. Like, there was an episode of Hey Arnold. There was an episode of Cat Dog. There was an episode of the fucking California Raisin Show, where it was all the adult had to go back to school.
Oh, by the way, they don't just lie in this one episode and reveal the truth at the end. No, they keep the lie going. I thought that was only gonna be in this episode, but they keep this lie up for multiple episodes. At least 5 episodes.
Okay.
Oh, and to this date, so far, they still haven't told her the truth.
But aren't we just pretending to be a Trail Trotters troupe? Yep, but she thinks we're supposed to throw a party to attract new ponies to join.
The main 6 in the original show never realized that lying was a good thing. Hell, I can't think of any other cartoon that taught that lying was a good thing.
I see. What about all the superhero shows with secret identities, Ryan? Like the ones that you keep bitching about.
Why does Pony Life teach lying is a good thing? Was this written by Twitter? And that's not the only episode. Then there's the episode Malt Volcano.
Great idea to make up the Solo Scouts. That's perfect for Discord.
Crazy that some pony could just make up a troop on the spot like that.
So in one episode, they teach opening other people's mail is a good thing.
You know what a joke is?
It's good to lie, and adults should do things that only children should do. Actually, it's 5 terrible messages. They all...
Like, did anybody please inform him of the irony of the statement? He's this whole video is about a cartoon for small children, which he acknowledged in the video. He acknowledged in the video that this was a cartoon for small children, but then he's on adults engaging in stuff like this, stuff aimed at children, makes you a pervert. Like, can we consider this video an admission? Like, can we consider this video an admission in court? Answers in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Can we do this? Is it an admission? Please say yes. It's been a long life.
Also teach crying solves everything, and you can make cute faces to prevent you from being an asshole.
Wait, what?
Mail was a good thing. It's good to lie, and adults should do things that only children should do. Actually, it's 5 terrible messages. They also teach crying solves everything, and you can make
Crying solves everything.
cute faces to prevent you from being an asshole.
What?
This show can bite me. Also, in the trial restaurant, Fluttershy has a body pillow of the kid figure, and she kissed it a lot. Yeah, I know that the original MLP had a body pillow in Stranger Than Fanfiction, but we never see them kiss it. Here, they imply that Fluttershy makes out with a dolphin, that only children are allowed to see.
A dolphin that only children are allowed to see. Is the dolphin a child, Ryan? I haven't seen the show. Is it? What is the context of the dolphin?
You can tell by those kissy marks. Hey, Gummy, I know you're more like a frog in this one, but come on, bite me. Also, Angel Bunny looks too much like an angel. Also, in that...
Angel Bunny looks too much like an angel. Okay. Okay, sure.
Same episode, they have trouble keeping up the lie.
Tell her the truth.
Do you know what a conflict is? Like, do you know what the liar reveal plot is?
This episode also implies that Pinkie Pie murdered her brother.
What? Okay, what? Oh my god. This movie, this video has more fucking twists than a Shyamalan film. What the fuck?
One time, I followed a trail of them into... You know what? It's a long story, and Fluttershy's having an epiphany, but I miss my brother.
Yeah, they imply Pinkie Pie either murdered him or left him for dead. Maybe that's why the original show didn't have a brother. Or maybe this is because the show is sexist.
Like what?
First episode doesn't even have any male characters. The second episode has a pony named Dishwasher
The first... Is Spike not in the first episode?
Slog. Oh, I'm sorry, Dishwater Slog. They misspelled his name in the credits. That is the worst name that I have ever heard for a character. Also, that episode starts off with Rainbow Dash killing a child. I think we need to start wrapping this one up.
Do you know what a cartoon is? Legitimate question.
Been at the show for over half an hour now. I'm just disgusted by how the show ended up. This was even worse than what I imagined the show was going to be. I wasn't expecting myself to be this angry or even this disgusted.
Could you imagine this guy, like, watching, like, actual fucking media? Like, an actual movie, or, like, actually reading a fucking book?
I'm gonna say it. I've never seen another reboot in my life this insulting to the original product.
Some shows and reboots are, like, legitimate sabotage, so,
I'm gonna say it. I think that G3 MLP is better than this show.
You can go to hell.
At least with that show, it was the time period where people didn't think that much on MLP.
G3 MLP came out in the 2000s.
Now we have Friendship is Magic and the Brony fandom. When Bronies on the internet make better fan animation, and
And Bronies on the internet have done other shit too. Like, you know, considering what happened, maybe there was a concentrated effort to make the show specifically not appeal to adults, Ryan. Considering people like you
even write better fan fictions. What the fuck even is this show? A show without continuity, except that it does have it when they are assholes. And there's no more lore. Character development, continuity, impressive animation, all gone now. Now it's just annoying character doing slice of life. Congratulations, Lily Orchard. This is exactly the type of show that you want.
Hey, Lily Orchard mentioned. Sure, why not?
Uh-huh. You didn't even bother watching Wreck-It Ralph. Only saw 13 minutes of it and called it...
Okay, what? What is this drama?
The type of show that you want.
Okay. So I just found a Dr. Wolf video entitled Maybe Pony for the first time. And, okay. It's my... Okay.
Uh-huh. You didn't even bother watching Wreck-It Ralph.
What does Wreck-It Ralph have to do with that? Who mentioned Wreck-It Ralph? Who mentioned Wreck-It Ralph? What?
Only saw 13 minutes of it and called it shit. You couldn't even finish one movie.
Okay.
Oh, hi. Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
I know.
I'm what? Like, fuck Lily Orchard, but, like, what the hell does any of this have to do with Wreck-It Ralph?
I missed a ton of information for Pony Life, like Rainbow Dash having an Australian accent. Noise. Or how they teach...
What?
Oh, hi. Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
I know I missed a ton of information for Pony Life, like Rainbow Dash having an Australian accent. Noise. Or how they teach them...
Is that an Australian accent? Australia's the chat. Please let me know if she's had an Australian accent the entire show.
All be yourself even if you're an asshole. That stupid cliche moral taught all the time. Or the winning-losing plot. It feels like a parody.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. That's a terrible cliche. The winning-losing plot. That's my least favorite cliche of all time. The winning-losing plot. Do you guys see why I haven't been able to finish this fucking video?
Except it ends up being the same moral, beat yourself at the end. They teach this in the first 3 episodes. A better moral would have been on gambling addiction, but no.
Yes, because the show aimed at preschoolers needs to have a moral about gambling addiction. Why not? Why not? It'll be just like that episode of The Twilight Zone where the guy is stalked and killed by a slot machine.
Oh, this show is not smart. How easy it would have been to fix some of these lines.
I'm so hungry. So hungry I could eat I don't know, but something big.
You could have done, I'm so hungry that I could eat a horse, and Twilight could have then said, I'm just gonna go to another table.
Yes. Yes, we want to have... We can't have sarcasm in the show, but we can have jokes about cannibalism.
It's a joke. That took 5 seconds for me to write. If it takes 5 seconds to fix this shit, you have a problem. Ugh. This show could work if this was a parody of bad animated reboots, but there's like no commentary. There's no self-awareness at all. Let's see, a good self-aware girls cartoon. I know, Unikitty. Unikitty is also another cartoon full of no problems and rainbows and stupid happiness. But the reason that show works is that it's self-aware that it's both a comedy and a cartoon. It also has straight men. So that way there's something to balance off the wackiness. Pony Life has no straight man. So because there's no one to react to,
considering that Applejack breaks the fourth wall, doesn't that make her the straight man by default? Like the way you described it makes it sound like she is. Then again, you described it horribly. Oh my fucking god.
Ends up being the audience. You should never have your audience be the straight man. There's just so much wrong with this show. Main problem that I have with it is how these are kind of messages that people do want to hear nowadays. You know, the whole sugarcoat everything. When people have been lying to themselves in this whole pandemic to make themselves feel...
Now we're talking about the pandemic. Ryan, dude, do you think, like, can you enlighten me on this? Like, maybe at the end of these stories and quote-unquote arcs, like, maybe they're taught that what they're doing is bad? Like you know, maybe, just maybe.
Like the faster cure, even though Mumps was the fastest cure ever, taking 4 years to make. The world is full of a lot of dangerous things right now that we need to be more aware of. And pieces of trash like Pony Life do not make things better. And not helping is that every single day for the past 5 months, and I'm not exaggerating about this, people have been coming to me for advice on depression.
Oh no, that. Fuck you, Ryan.
And to be honest, I'm sick of it all. Not people coming to me, just being depressed in general. But lying about everything being good only makes things worse.
The world is cruel. The world is wicked.
There are things...
Yes, we're going to use Frollo as the stand-up example for brutal honesty. Also, that wasn't how that movie worked. Frollo was tainting Quasimodo's like, oh god, you badly misunderstand fucking everything. Oh my fucking god.
Going on in the world right now that people are worried about. COVID-19, the current riots in Portland.
Hello, Lulu.
Police brutality, racism, a possible civil war too. The upcoming election, economic failures, online pedophiles, TikTok predators. No, the world is such a happy and perfect place. Pony Life says so! This is not a message I find acceptable. Then again, I don't...
Ryan, it's a cartoon. Like, are we expecting it to be like one for one showcasing what's in reality? Because you won't want that either, because for some demented reason you think that Randy Marsh caused COVID. That's what happens when
I don't know how much I trust this show on viruses, considering that they have Rainbow Dash sick in Pinkie Pie Hyper Helper, and she makes a cake while being sick. The first time that I watched this episode, I thought that Celestia was going to get sick when she ate Rainbow Dash's cake.
Celestia is a demigod. Like she's lit. She's a demigod. Like Like, she fucking controls the sun. I think she's more powerful than the common cold. Just a theory of a crackpot theory, okay? Oh my fucking god.
But no, this show thinks that people being sick can still make food. Seriously, if someone sneezes on your food, don't eat it.
No shit.
You'll get sick by eating that food. Oh, that reminds me, I forgot about Celestia. Odd that Luna is not in the show, but whatever. What the?
It was only 10 episodes in. Luna didn't get her second appearance in the original show until season 2.
The fuck did you do?
Cause Pony Life killed my grandma, okay. Accurate.
To Celestia. She was originally the ruler of Equestria, and now she's the host of a TV show. Celestia in the original show was a mother to all ponies. Celestia is still like that in this show, as in if your mother was Lois from Malcolm in the Middle this time around. Yeah, we went from a nice caring mother figure to a woman who extorts cakes. In that same episode, she
extorts cakes? Okay.
tells Pinkie Pie that it was a solo competition after Celestia eats all of the cakes. So basically, she ripped Pinkie Pie off.
So, you know, in SpongeBob SquarePants, there's this guy called Mr. Krabs.
Pinkie Pie should sue Celestia for that. See?
Yes, Ryan. Yes, Ryan. I'd love to see that episode. Pinkie Pie sues Celestia. So Pinkie goes to the courtroom and she's like, Your Honor, someone extorted a cake out of me. You, Your Honor, you extorted a cake from me. Please find yourself guilty.
Why I'm kind of done with reboots as a whole? This is what they are most of the time. It's just remakes of the past. And most of the time when watching, it makes me question why I don't just watch the original product.
Oh, you mean like the My Little Pony show from the 80s? That was rebooted into your favorite show of all time?
I'm just so tired of reboots. Reboots usually are things like The Lion King, which is just soulless and cliche. Cartoons like Powerpuff Girls 2016 and DC Supergirls 2019 being Sandras. And then there's the Looney Tunes 2020 cartoon, where I more or less say, yes,
Looney Tunes 2020? Did the Looney Tunes have a reboot in 2020? I know the Animaniacs did. I don't think the Looney Tunes did.
I love this show, but I like it in spite of it being a reboot, not because it is a reboot.
Okay, go back a little bit.
Missandras. And then there's the Looney Tunes 2020 cartoon, where I more or less say, yes, I love this show, but I like it in spite of it being a reboot, not because it is a reboot. It looking like the original show from the 1940s and 1950s, and using the same characters doesn't mean jack shit to me. I just happen to love the 2021 because it is very funny and well written.
You mean like the original?
And the animation just happens to be good. Even remakes that I do personally love, like the SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom rehydrated video game, I just keep thinking to myself,
okay, remakes of video games are a little bit different than remakes of TV shows. Because video games age, like, worse than any other medium. Like, if you have to argue that any medium, anything in a medium needs to be remade a lot, it's video games. Like, just saying.
Okay, I see you do respect the original property. Now do something new with it. This new game does have some downgrades, like reusing that weird Mr. Krabs voice replacement and not the original voice actor, and the tons of glitches that I found, but I'd rather just see the same features, characters and powers, and just newer levels. Not the same levels again that I could just play on my GameCube from 2003 again. Sure, the remake has better graphics, but that's like the...
I think they made a sequel to the SpongeBob reboot, so I hope he's happy with it. Actually, no, I don't. I hope he can't afford it.
Only thing that the remake does better. And even then, I kind of love the original graphics.
Yay, more plagiarism.
I never thought that they really needed an upgrade. I kind of love the original game for how it really is.
Okay. What does SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated have to do with Pony Life? Just a quick question.
And I'm gonna stop there. I'm sure there's stuff in Pony Life that I missed, but I've written 23 pages now. And you can see better fourth wall jokes and sheep in the big city. Speaking of which, that's my next Cartoon Network 64 episode.
So you did watch Ed, Edd n Eddy by this point.
But before I get to that, we're gonna do my birthday video. The top 10 best animated movies of the 2010s. The first half is coming out this August 13th. I'll see you all again on my 24th birthday. Star Giant Productions, out.
Well, that was that was terrible. That was awful. First time I finished that video. So what'd you guys think? What'd you guys think? Put the puff back. Turn off the media player. I'm so tired. Where's my Stardew Valley? There's Stardew Valley. Yeah. Gotta listen. So I don't know. Was that the worst Ryan video so far? You guys killed it due to the lack of understanding what it was. It melted. So, was that the worst one? Next one is probably gonna be the worst theme songs. But I gotta wait for all the parts to be up. The edit in Eddie's CN64 is pretty bad. Like, all his videos are bad. That, like, the shorter it is, the less bad I find them, generally speaking. Like, I guess we can do that next time. Not now. But like, So, how is Pony Life, by the way? How good is it actually? Well, I got a curiosity. Yeah. I mean, like, I am eating movie theater popcorn. Sorry if I'm being distracting. I will stop for the meantime. I love movie theater popcorn. It's one of the best. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to tell if the show is good or bad with just the brief clips of these shows. Like, every time I watch Ryan... Okay, thank you, Wes. Every time Ryan bitches about something, I kind of get inspired to create things. Yeah, I'm not touching the keyboard or anything right now. Hoppers was pretty cool. I mean, one thing that I do want to do is make an episode ranking of all of the pony stuff. Like, I'm debating if it's just Friendship is Magic or, like, all of the MLP stuff forever. So, are you gonna... Well, the problem right now is that reviewing Disney stuff is a little bit up in the air because of how badly my thing got dinged. My timeline got dinged. I have to hope that it's just because of the title or whatever. Because I haven't been hearing anything about other people getting dinged this badly. Yeah, I definitely want to do something for Friendship is Magic. And the other big thing is a Disney ranking video, because everyone's got to do that one. I have not seen GOAT. I mean, everyone does rankings of everything these days. I mean, part of the reason why I'd want to do it all, it's because it'd be, like, really, really funny to go over the G3 shit again. You know, because I look back at my old work, and I just cringe, and I want to redo everything. Might still do the Bubsy review, I don't know. Maybe that's what we'll do one of these days. Me going back, watching my old work. I just gotta figure out what would get me copyright dinged if I did that. Yeah, that would be cool. I know that Pie Guy Rules is back, and he's doing that with his own stuff again, which is cool. Pie Guy Rules is back, by the way. Subscribe to him if you used to be subscribed to him. He's going through all of his old SpongeBob reviews, and he's apparently cooking something up about Fiona and Cake. I don't know about that. Would you make another video like the Power... There's one that I wanted to do. There's a sequel to the Powerpuff Girls movie video critique that I want to do. The problem is that, like, it's one specific review. Like, it's a terrible written review that I want to just go over because it's so hilariously bad. But the problem is that it's so hilariously bad in a way that will probably be demonetized. It's a review on the SpongeBob movie, so you'd be surprised as to why. But there is one guy out there who gave it the most wild-ass review possible. I don't remember the guy's name, but the guy is, like, pretty well known in certain circles. I saw a guy who gave WALL-E a 1 out of 10 because it doesn't have many cars in it. Maybe the guy should have watched Cars instead. He probably would have thought that one was the best movie of all time. Speaking of which, Sea Hoppers is pretty cool. A DS emulator? The DS has so many games, it really depends what you're into. I hear Ghost Trick Phantom Detective is pretty cool. I keep sneezing. Thank you. The World Ends With You is another pretty good one. There's Scribble Knots. Anyway, I think it's late and it's time to wrap this up. Thank you for joining me on this journey. This will be a regular fixture because you guys like it. You guys like seeing me crash out, and I'll articulate why I'm doing this better next time. See you all.